Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live stream. I hope everybody's doing really well. Hello, Merle. Nice to see you. Oh, okay. A little bit of housekeeping. You know, all the news and stuff. We always gotta cover when we start. I am feeling way under the weather today. I didn't think I was gonna start feeling worse, but I'm feeling worse today. But it could be my meds. Like, it could be I took NyQuil last night because I was coughing up a storm, and I think it might be that. So that could be why I'm feeling worse. I may not actually be more sick. Hello, Ginger Shortcuts. Hello to you as well. I hope you are doing really well. But yeah, so I'm feeling kind of crummy this morning. Not to mention, I'm sorry, I'm changing the batteries in my headphone. Not to mention, I am very ill prepared for today's stream. So I'm actually in the process of installing Epic because I didn't realize it uninstalled on the gaming PC. And I selected PC for my payday key. So just signing into Epic now to get that going so I can maybe try to install Payday. I don't know if it's going to have enough time for a download. If it's a really huge game, you know, sometimes Epic can take like 5-6 hours for downloads. So hopefully they won't take that long, but we'll find out. I'm gonna get it started anyway and see if it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't, but we'll try. Where's my Epic? Oh, this is it. Okay. One more work day. Nice. You must be so excited, Ginger. You must be so excited. I'm excited for you. Also, forgive me, everybody, that thank you for all the likes, by the way, over on TikTok. I probably sound like a frog. My voice is very hoarse today. I'm a little bit disappointed. So my mood's kind of bleh today. But I wanted to go live because I'm not feeling well. I would end up just sitting and staring at the ceiling, and then I would end up feeling sad. So I'm live because I don't want to feel sad. I don't feel sad, by the way. I don't want to go down that path. But I'm not feeling well, and last night I was practicing my audition songs for the audition that I have tomorrow. I can't sing. So I'm like 99.9% sure that by the end of the day I'm going to end up emailing them and telling them I'm sick and I can't make it to the audition, and there goes that chance. And then basically no more shows until maybe the spring. I mean, not spring, until maybe the end of the winter, I guess. Because my throat is shot. So thank you, Rigo, for not wearing masks when you get sick. I'm gonna blame him. I'm not gonna say that everybody's getting sick and that it's not his fault. I'm gonna blame him just because I can. No, it just is what it is. It just really sucks that I feel sick. It just really sucks. But yeah, I am glad that you're excited, Ginger. TURTZA, hello. I sound very sexy. How are you doing? How's it going, TURTZA? I mean, I can do this voice without it hurting my throat. It usually hurts my throat a bit. Says me, a guy with no brothers. You know exactly what I feel then. You know my pain. You know my pain. But yeah, I tried to sing the songs yesterday, and it sounds like I'm somebody who can't sing, trying really hard to sing. So instead of like the solid, steady note, it was like wavering. My voice was cracking. It was bad. It was bad. So I'm gonna wait till the end of today, and then if I'm not feeling better yet, I'm probably gonna cancel because I'm not gonna go in there and make an embarrassment of myself. And by the time I got around to recording the audio, I already sounded bad. So I don't think it's gonna work, but that's okay. What am I looking for? What the hell is this thing called? Authenticator. Sorry, I installed the Epic launcher on my other computer, and it's requesting the authenticator. Oh, you know what? This is the one that I lost the authentication link to, and I can't authenticate that way. Send me an email. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming down to carry me home. I can sing like that. You're in love with Liza P. I've heard it's really good. I've heard it's really, really good. I'm probably gonna end up downloading it on my Xbox since it's on Game Pass. Whoops, wrong keyboard. 2. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Cuban Pete, it's been a while. How are you? How are you? They'll have to take me. They'll just have to deal with it. That's a good plan. It's a good plan. Maybe I'll do that. I was, sorry, I'm really distracted. How the hell do I add a game that I got a key for? I don't remember. I don't freaking remember. Store? No. The name? Redeem code, there we go. Okay. Give me my code. Oh my god, 5 million tabs open. Okay. Oh, of course. Oh, there we go. Okay, I was gonna say, of course you don't allow me to friggin' just copy paste, but it does. It does. Never mind. Okay, so it's redeemed. Now, it's the gold edition. Why do I feel it's gonna take like 8 hours to download? If it takes way too long, I'll have to figure something else out to do today. I'm not prepared for today at all because I'm not feeling well, like in the slightest. Ding-a-ding. How big is it? 29 gigs. Okay, hopefully that'll be quick. Hopefully that'll be quick. It is downloading kind of slow, but I am live, so it may be slow because I'm live. We'll see. We'll give it a little while. Ordinary Logo fan, hello. Payday 3. Deep Silver sent us Payday 3. I hate these types of games. Sorry, Payday. Sorry, Deep Silver. I hate these types of games. Like, they're, in my opinion, the worst of what there is out there, and they are what are single-handedly ruining the creativity in gaming. But that's just me because I don't like those games. I'm not saying that Payday is actually bad, but I should probably play it for the stream. So I meant to download it last night, but because I'm feeling so under the weather today, I was like, no. Or like last night, I was like, no, I don't want to download it. I just want to go right to bed. And I'll tell you guys a little bit of behind the scenes magic. Michael Jackson, hello. Hershey, nice to see you. Days Gone is a good game. I liked that game. I really liked Days Gone. There were some stuff that I didn't like. You know, mainly the type of lead character, you know, a very Proud Boy-esque feeling. I didn't like that part too much, but the storyline I thought was, I felt it dragged a bit by the end. That's the only thing. I felt like every time you felt like you were going somewhere, it would just be like, nope, sorry, start again. And so I didn't like that too much. Like, by the time I reached the end of the game, I was already like, please just finish this game. But because I had been feeling that way for so long, when it got to the end, I was like, that's kind of disappointing. The ending wasn't bad. It just kind of felt like, oh, it's almost like they just dragged it out too long that it destroyed any sense of accomplishment by the end of it. But I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I put in, I think it took me about 25 hours to beat it. Like, I spent time with it, right? But I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty decent. I enjoyed it. I would play a second one. I'm sad that it didn't do well, and I don't think they're ever going to make another one, but I thought it was good. Broke Bobby, I don't actually own Payday. I don't own Payday at all, so I'm not going to be playing the DLC. I have zero curiosity in that game. I don't know why everybody was so insanely hyped about it. And I don't mean like it looked terrible and why was everybody hyped. I just mean I don't know what's so exciting about that game. I'm not a fan of the whole aesthetic of it, first of all. Like, I never liked, what's that game called? The one with the guy who's got like the goatee and the spiky hair, whatever that's called. That also has that aesthetic of like futuristic cyberpunk style. I didn't like that idea at all, and Cyberpunk just seemed to be a more expansive version of that. And yeah, so I no interest at all. I don't like Western RPGs very much. I far prefer JRPGs. I just don't like Western RPG mechanics. Like, Starfield is the very first RPG I've ever like really enjoyed. Western RPG. But like, I don't like Skyrim, I don't like Fallout, I don't like any of those games. So Cyberpunk is not something I'm ever planning to buy unless it's like a deep sale and I got nothing else to do. So I probably won't be checking it out ever. As far as Payday, yeah, I've heard that Titanfall's all of a sudden gotten a new breath of fresh air. That's pretty cool because I know Titanfall was huge and it just failed for some reason. I am gonna be playing Payday. I also hate those games. I would rather play Cyberpunk than Payday. I hate online centric games. I just said it right before you started talking that I think they are single-handedly ruining gaming as far as like creativity is concerned, because everybody's just going for that easy cash grab, and to me online gaming is insanely boring. So I don't like it. I'm playing it because I'm part of the Deep Silver Collective and I have to. Here's why I don't like Skyrim. One, the graphics were already ugly when it was brand new, and they haven't aged well at all. That you need to mod it like crazy to make it look decent. Two, it's really hard to know what the hell's going on because there's so much going on. It doesn't make it clear like, hey, this is the main thing and everything else is side missions. So there were times where I'd be following like my mission. They'd introduce me to somebody and it sounded like that was where I had to continue the rest of my story. Then I'd finish it and I realized it was all a side quest and I have to go all the way back to where I started because I was just supposed to continue with who I was with originally. So it's just really hard to stay focused on the main story and I get really distracted. But my biggest gripe, I could get around all that. My biggest gripe is their battle system and the mechanics are the worst. Because same with Fallout, because when you swing your sword in something like Dark Souls, I'm even trying to think of other games, but like something like Dark Souls, it moves slow because it's heavy, but it looks like it's heavy. So when you hit something, you feel like you make an impact. And when you miss, you really feel like you've lost your balance. Skyrim is just a slow motion animation. There is no physical contact feeling with anything that you do. And the weapons don't feel light or heavy. Like they vary between the weapon styles. And they don't feel like they're actually heavy. It just feels like they took the animation of a sword swing and then just played it in slow motion. And so when you swing your sword to hit an enemy, it just looks like you're playing the animation over and over again instead of actually making contact with the enemy. And to me, that completely destroys the gameplay. And so it makes it super unfun when I'm just staring at the same thing and you don't feel like you're actually using your skill to play and get better at fighting. Instead, it's just button mash until the animation plays enough and they die, because it's so randomized with how much damage you do with each hit. So to me, that just makes the game completely unplayable. And then when you add the bad graphics and the hard follow and the completely glitchy mess, which I get it. Big fans of Bethesda think it's like super endearing. I think it's just a sign of really lazy developing. You're too busy trying to make a big world instead of fixing what you have. It just makes it completely a waste of money to me. I've never been able to get into Skyrim. I've tried. I've spent like over 20 hours in that game and I've hated every minute of it. And that's it, Broke Bobby. The big joke is everybody plays as a thief with a bow or a mage in that game. But like those are the common ones. But it's not because it actually is a fun choice to choose. It's basically the only way to play the game and not have it be completely broken. I almost burped as I was swallowing. Which is not a good sign of a game, right? So this Starfield, I will say, they have addressed a whole lot of the stuff. Like I've really been enjoying Starfield, which is shocking because I didn't think I was going to. I was going to try it just for the sake of trying it. And I've really liked it. I think I'm like 15 hours in and I'm fully engrossed in what's happening. So they have turned it around. I am really hoping this is the beginning of a whole new style of Bethesda stuff. Although it's really glitchy. It hasn't been glitchy for me, but my buddy Preston keeps messaging me every like day and a half, like this happened. Like just the weirdest glitches he's getting. Dr. H, how's it going? So TURTZA, I enjoyed Skyrim VR more than regular Skyrim. I still absolutely hate it though. Because when I enjoyed it in VR, it was when I hadn't played a lot of VR. Now that I've gone back and played VR, it's even worse to see how broken it is and how lazy Bethesda was in that port. So I did like it more in VR, but it made me dislike the game more because there's so much potential there, but Bethesda just didn't do a good job. And for some reason, it's praised to all hell for how amazing it is, and I don't get it. But Unknown, why should I have to modify a game in order for it to be decent? Right? That's the whole point. Like, if I have to fix the game in order for it to even be decent, that's the sign of a bad game. Right? It's the same with like Skyrim in VR and Fallout 4 in VR. In order to play those games and have them be a decent VR experience, I have to download a whole bunch of mods and make sure they don't clash with each other and make sure that they do exactly what I want, then figure out how those mods work to do what I need them to do. So to play Skyrim in VR, I spent like 3 hours getting the mods to do everything I wanted. And at that point, I did not want to play Skyrim VR anymore. I shouldn't have to spend 3 hours to get the game to just start the way that I want. It should just work. And as far as the power attacks and stuff goes, yes and no. Fallout is a lot more obvious to point it out with, but with Fallout, you can literally aim at the head, and sometimes it'll give an instant kill because it's a headshot, and sometimes it'll act like you hit them in the shoulder, even though you're aimed right at the head, because it's randomized because it's an RPG. So it's not like Dark Souls, where there's a bit of randomization on how much damage you do in your hits, but it's also very controlled with how close you are, how far you are, if you use the heavy attack or the light attack, if you're doing it from behind or from the side. All of that will affect how you attack, but it'll affect it exactly the same way every time you do it that way. Whereas like Skyrim and Fallout and Starfield, they'll randomize it. There is a literal randomizer in the way that you do the attack, so it doesn't matter how accurate you are, it will still be randomized. And that to me is not fun, because I don't want the game to choose when I do damage. If I get a really good hit and the game just decides, nope, this time you got a lower hit, not the sign of a fun game to me. A blade that melts people, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. I haven't, Dr. H. I'm waiting for the VR release. I'm waiting for the VR release for Resident Evil 4. Oh, dude. They've gotten so mad at me for it. They've gotten so mad at me for it. And their only argument is, you're comparing a brand new phone to a 6-year-old console. I wasn't, though. I'm talking about the one that's about to come out. The one that they're saying is as powerful as a PS4. That one. That's the one that I'm talking about. That Nintendo hasn't even announced it yet, and the iPhone's already more powerful. And it doesn't matter, but Nintendo doesn't realize that tech has really come a long way. And being underpowered with a gimmick is only going to work for so long. Eventually, people are going to be like, no. Like, I know I'm like, no. I haven't turned on, like, I've turned on my Switch. I haven't played on my Switch in about 2 years. That's a really bad thing. I love Nintendo. I mean, I wish you could see it, but like, I've got all my Nintendo hats up there. I've got Ghosts and Goblins on my arcade, but I played it on the Super Nintendo. Like, to me, that's a Nintendo game. Where's the other shelf? Well, you can't see up there. I've got some Nintendo Pal things. I've got like a Zelda bag. I've got a whole wall of Zelda stuff in the other room. Like, I love Nintendo. And it's not so much that I am bashing Nintendo because I want to make fun of Nintendo. It's the, wake up, you dumbasses. Because Nintendo treats their fans badly. They are stuck in their ways and refuse to listen to what the fans are saying. And because gimmicks have worked, they're just going to continue down that road. But eventually gimmicks won't work. Somebody argued with me about how like the Game Boy wasn't super powerful and it only had a green screen, except the Game Boy was really powerful when it came out. It was very powerful when it came out. It didn't have a colored screen, sure, but it was very powerful. It was also very good on batteries. Anything else that even came close, you would get maybe an hour before you had to replace all 6 batteries. The Game Boy had 4 batteries and you can get like 10 hours out of that thing, no problem. And it was very, very ahead of its time. Plus, there wasn't a lot of real competition out there. And so you can't just pretend like it was in a vacuum where like, well, that's perfect and so is Switch. The Switch also fell in at the right time because nobody had a portable handheld console that was doing flat screen stuff too, or like big screen stuff too. You know, cloud gaming didn't really exist, so you couldn't do things like play your PlayStation games on a tablet. They didn't have real, like, actual handheld PCs like the ROG Ally or the Steam Deck. So the Switch was very much brand new to the field, but they're not anymore. It's been 7 years. The ROG Ally exists. The Steam Deck exists. The cheapest Steam Deck is only going to be like, I think maybe $100 more expensive than what the Switch will probably be, the new Switch. And who knows if it'll even be the same price. The new Switch might be more expensive because tech has gone up in price. So it could be the same price as the Steam Deck. I'd rather have the Steam Deck. I can do a hell of a lot more with it. And I can still plug it in on a dock and use it on a TV and stuff. And the ROG Ally, way more powerful. And like than the original Switch, and probably going to be more powerful than the new Switch. And you know, that's competition. I'm not saying that people are going to be deciding between those two, but that's competition. And so it's really hard to look special when there's other people doing what you're doing and even better, right? And so like, I just want to see Nintendo do more, because they used to be, and this is another thing that a lot of Nintendo fans have selective amnesia about. They're always like, well, Nintendo's never cared about graphics, but they did. They did. The N64 was the most powerful console. The SNES was the most powerful console. The GameCube was the most powerful console. They all cared, but then they started with the gimmicks. The special disc in the GameCube killed the GameCube. Then the Wii came out with the stupid ass controls, and that was like the gimmick that they went for, even though the graphics were way below powered with everything else. Then the Wii U came out, and that was a huge flop, and the gimmick of having a screen in your hands. So like, they've just fallen into this whole gimmick thing and just forgotten that there are other things that also help sell consoles. And I was saying this yesterday. If you could choose to play a game that looked as good as, maybe not as good as the PS5 and Xbox Series X, but like even the Series S, but running at 1080p, let's say, and then you could take it on the go at 720p and still have it look that decent, I would give up the 4K and deal with the 1080p, because the graphics would look the same, and that would give me the option of taking it on the go. But right now, literally right now, it looks like PS2 versus PS5. It's a huge difference in graphics. And the next one, maybe PS4? Like the raw power is supposed to be like the PS4, but they are also going to be running on battery, so of course they're going to throttle it to not destroy the battery life. So like, I'm still not interested, because I would rather have the nicer graphics. And if I'm gonna play it handheld, I'll just play it on my ROG Ally, because it looks almost the same. So I just want more from Nintendo. That's it. It's not so much that I hate Nintendo and I want them to fail. It's I want more from them, because I love Nintendo. Hello, Kermit. How you doing? Welcome. Broke, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you being here. Have yourself a great day. Macro, how are you? Welcome. My voice only sounds incredible because I'm sick. I don't normally sound like this. I'm just really sick right now. But yeah, it's these fanboys, all of them, they're not willing to concede anything. Nintendo fanboys are the worst, because they genuinely think everything is perfection that Nintendo has done. They're not willing to admit anything. Like the one guy was like, you know, one guy commented, sure, they can have all the power in the other consoles, but the other consoles can't make Tears of the Kingdom. Yes, but I would like to see Tears of the Kingdom at 1080p 60 frames a second. I would like to see Pokemon with more than just one texture for a wall. That's what I'm saying. I would love to see their great storylines running on hardware that can make it look great too. I don't want to look like I'm playing a PlayStation 3 game, PlayStation 2 game now in 2023, almost 2024. Like that's it. But they just will not concede. They will not concede an inch. PlayStation and Xbox fanboys are really toxic too. They're pretty damn close as well. But the Nintendo fanboys really, really can't concede a thing. Like even the whole copyright thing, the amount of attacks that I've gotten for saying Nintendo doing that is really toxic towards its gamers, and they defend it. It's embarrassing. Like, it's embarrassing. Oh my god. So I hadn't really seen it. I looked up a few videos, and it was like mid-battle for Mortal Kombat. And I was like, okay, it looks kind of bad, but not horrible. Then I saw the side-by-sides of like cutscenes. Wow. Wow. I don't understand how Nintendo fanboys are still telling me that the hardware is still okay. I don't understand how they're still making that argument when right now we have that coming out. It's just overall ugly, yeah. Yeah, and like graphics aren't everything. 100%. I like graphics. I think I would play a really bad game if it looks beautiful. That's definitely a bias that I have. I definitely would play a game if it looks beautiful. I'm cool with that. But it feels like the music's really quiet, doesn't it?
Now's your time. Spotify for podcasters lets you record from your phone or computer.
Oh, it was turned down over here. That's fine.
Everywhere podcasts are heard for free. Head to spotify.com/startapodcast and start recording.
Graphics do matter at least a little bit. You know, the people that don't care about graphics are the competitive players. And a lot of the younger gamers now only watch competitive gamers. So they also believe graphics don't matter. But we're not all playing competitive, right? Like, I'd rather have a really beautiful looking game at a lower frame rate than a really ugly game that looks like it's PS1 with like 250 frames a second. Because I don't need that extra frame time to be able to respond to a shot. These are also the same guys that have their nose pressed up against their screen as they're playing, as if that's going to help them somehow. Which is ridiculous, but whatever. But yeah, I think graphics do play a part. Like, and the whole point is devs are no longer able to produce stuff on the Switch, right? Like, people are really mad that WB is charging $70 for this. And I get it, it's kind of stupid, lower quality, you're gonna pay that much money. But if I was them, I'd also be like, do you know how much freaking work it took to get it to run on this piece of junk? I better get my money because it took so much damn work to get it to work here because Nintendo refuses to have hardware that can keep up, right? So I would charge that much just for like a screw you, Nintendo. Oh, definitely. 30 versus 60, 100%. But 120 versus 240? I don't care about that. Even 60 versus 120. There is a marked difference because I notice it on the ROG Ally. Even when I'm comparing the game running at 30, but the refresh rate being up to 120, there's 100% a faster response time and it feels nicer. But if it's gonna look like a PS1 game to get the 60 frames, I'll take the 30. I don't care how smooth the game looks if it looks like a piece of junk, right? Like, if it really looks that bad, I don't care if it's running super silky smooth. Give me the 30 frames, give me better graphics. But at this point, they should be running half decent looking games at 1080p at 60 frames, even 45 frames. Because the ROG Ally can lock at 45, and at 45, it's smoother than 30, not as smooth as 60, but way, way better feeling than 30. So like, even if they could just get it to lock at 45 frames and make it look decent, that's the thing, right? But you have gamers now that want games to run at 240 hertz or 120 hertz or whatever. Like, I've got a really fancy TV. It's got the variable refresh rate, and it runs at 120 hertz natively, not with interpolation. Like, it's a very nice display that I have for my TV. And it's not a huge TV, it's 55 inch. Like, it's big, but it's not huge. But if it looks like a PS2 game, PS3 game on that screen, I don't care that I'm getting the 120 hertz. It looks like crap on a screen that big. Give me the nicer graphics at 60 or 30, right? And certain games, they don't really suffer from the 30. Like Starfield, yeah, I wish I wish it was running at 60. But it's not bad. They've done a pretty decent job at maintaining that steady pace, so the 30 frames don't feel horrible. They don't feel great, but they don't feel horrible. But like if I'm playing something like Pokemon or Final Fantasy, I really don't care that it's at 30 frames. Really don't care. They should switch up the settings. But yeah, it's just a bad experience at that point, you know? Like I said, I don't even turn on my Switch anymore. And I love handheld. I'm a huge handheld fan. That's why I loved the Switch. But one, it was uncomfortable. My hands just couldn't handle playing on it for long term. So that was, and that's not Nintendo screwed up. That's more of a like, I'm just not capable of holding something so small. I don't ever hold something so small. It's usually smaller. So the ROG Ally is more comfortable for me. Now the Steam Deck is even more comfortable, but because the ROG Ally looks better and it's got a very similar size screen, it really outshines the Switch because the Switch almost never runs at a native 720p when it's in handheld. It's usually below that and then upscaled to 720p. So it's usually pretty jaggedy. Whereas like the ROG Ally natively can run at 1080p, but I put it down to 720 with the graphics turned up and it looks ridiculously good. So like, I just want to see the Switch do something like that. They don't have to perform at the level of the PS5. I'm not asking for that kind of thing, but like make it something worthwhile. Like if I have the choice between PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch, I'm going to go the other ones. I'm going to choose the Switch as my last resort. And the only reason I'm going to get the new Switch will be for the Nintendo stuff. But then it's going to sit and collect dust, right? And I don't like that. The ROG Ally, although I don't play with it all the time, I would rather play on that than sit at my computer. And, you know, and it looks a hell of a lot better than Switch. So even between those two, I'd always get it on the Ally. They aren't half bad, but you're disappointed. Yeah, I mean, it also depends your exposure short, because I had been using the Switch and a lot of games do look really decent, right? Like Xenoblade Chronicles is a really pretty game. The Zelda games are really pretty games on those screens. But then I tried something like the ROG Ally. I know I keep going on about it, but it's like the only comparison I can make, which is also a 7-inch screen, which is also a handheld. It's like quadruple the power that the Switch can do. It only has about half the battery that the Switch has, and the Switch's battery is already not that good. But when you see something like the ROG Ally running Horizon Zero Dawn at almost max settings and getting a solid like 45 frames a second, it embarrasses the Switch. It embarrasses the Switch. So when I see Mortal Kombat on the Switch, it doesn't not look half bad. It looks horrendous because it's just not able to keep up anymore. And Mortal Kombat, what makes it more like in your face, more blatant, Mortal Kombat is not the most beautiful looking game. Like it's not a insanely challenging game. It's not like if you're playing Red Dead Redemption or you're playing something like Starfield or I'm trying to think of other games that have come out recently that are really pretty. Even the Dead Island, like those games are very, very detailed. Mortal Kombat isn't. It looks good, but it's not that much of an impressive powerhouse in graphics. And so if we're already starting at a lower tier and then the Switch looks even worse, it doesn't look good. The Switch really needs to be retired. They need to do something. And I'm just hoping that Nintendo will not rely on gimmicks and barely upgrade. That's my bigger concern, is that they'll barely upgrade the graphics. I'm hoping that they're going to take graphics into consideration and be like, okay, this gimmick is the same gimmick. Let's maybe concentrate on some graphics now. I didn't, Kermit. I didn't. Hello, Marshall. How's it going? Welcome. How are you? I've only seen some of it, TURTZA, but it's wild. It's so wild. I was watching Spawnwave, and I love how he was saying that most leaks that we get are things from like 10 years ago, 5 years ago. This is stuff that's for the next 10 years. Like, it's wild to know these behind the scene things. And something I don't see a lot of people commenting on is it's also wild to see how blatantly they lie to us. My example is just recently, Xbox was asked about whether or not they had plans of releasing a mid-generation upgrade, like the PlayStation Plus or the PlayStation Pro and like an Xbox X Pro or something. They're like, no, we're gonna stick with this hardware, but then the leaks say that they do have something planned. And just to me, like, that blatant lying is so annoying, because it's a great example of how big companies like that just view us as a bunch of idiots and manipulate us into buying stuff. How's it going, Preston? I'm trying to download Payday 3. We're about 43%, and I've been live for 40 minutes. But I started it midway through the stream, so it's been downloading for about a half an hour. So hopefully in another half an hour it'll be done downloading. We'll see. I'm gonna play a little bit of Payday. Yeah, TURTZA, I saw that. I've just, well, not anymore, but I had restarted Red Dead, and I was really enjoying it. And it looks pretty decent. Here's a big criticism for Xbox. For those who think that I'm an Xbox fanboy. For some reason, Xbox is terrible at running HDR for a lot of stuff. And Red Dead is one of those games. It's really undersaturated. Everything looks washed out. It's the same with Starfield. If you don't have the right settings keyed in, it can look really washed out at times. But I've been playing it and it looks good. Like, it really holds up. I wish I could see it with, like, maybe some ray tracing, you know, maybe a bit of better HDR, maybe 60 frames a second. 60 frames a second, I think, would be enough. Like, if they did 60 frames a second at 4K, I think that'd be enough. Maybe tweak the HDR a little bit. But it would be really cool with ray tracing. I'm not going to hold my breath for that, but like 60 frames at 4K, I would like that, because I think it's upscaled 4K right now, right? I would like to see native 4K, because Red Dead still holds up pretty well. You know, it's still a pretty decent looking game, and I was having fun. And I'm really bummed out because I just got to the spot that I stopped at last time when I first got the game, and then Starfield came out, and then I stopped again. So I do want to get back to it, but it's one of those online games. Dontavis, hello, nice to see you. Dontavis, not Dontavis, Kermit, is one of those online games where you're basically bank robbers, and the whole point is you play with other people and you try to rob a bank. And I think there are people that play cops and they try to stop the robbers. So think of something like CS:GO, but instead of setting a bomb, you're trying to rob a bank. Totally not the type of game that I like. Like, I have less than 0% interest in this game. I didn't even know it was a thing. I tried Payday 1 and I played for like 20 minutes and I was like, this is the most boring game I've ever played, and I turned it off. There's a really good chance I'm going to feel that way about this too, but this isn't my type of game. I'm not the target for it. So I'm going to try to just look at like the graphics and the response time and the mechanics. So if I do make a video on it, I can speak more about the things that are just objective rather than opinion, because opinion, I'm going to hate this game. Like, currently it's native 4K. Because my understanding, I could be completely wrong. I haven't looked into it too much. My understanding is it was just doing what the Xbox One X could do at a more stable rate, that they didn't actually upgrade anything. And I thought the One X was like 1440p with like the checkerboarding up to 4K. Or it was between 1440 and 4K, checkerboarded to make the 4K. And it was at 30 frames. But on the One X, it was a very, very unsteady 30 frames. And on the Series X, it's a solid 30 frames. That's my understanding. I don't know if that's right or wrong, though. Oh, GTA Online. Kind of, yeah. Except, like, it's not even an open world. It's literally like you're at this venue and your goal is to steal the money from this bank. And then they're at the same venue and they're going to stop you. And then when it's over, the round is over and you wait till a new venue. Totally not interested. Oh, dude, is it really 1 month? I haven't been keeping up to when the release date is. I am interested in Spider-Man. If you would have asked me that, God, 2 years ago? No, almost 3. Whenever it was that the PlayStation came out, a few months later after that, I started playing Spider-Man. If you would have asked me that back then, I would have said, I'm excited because I love Spider-Man, but because I hadn't beaten the Spider-Man games. But the original launch of the Spider-Man game was during a time that I was really busy and wasn't gaming as much as I would have liked. So I didn't get to fully sit down and play it. And then a couple years ago, I sat down and like really played it. Yeah, I'm really excited. I've seen a couple of quick clips of Venom, and that looks so cool, and Venom was always my favorite. I used to draw a bit when I was a kid, and I used to love drawing Venom. He was my favorite. So, Dr. H, again, I might be completely off. I remember hearing that in 3, they were going to allow people to be the cops, but I don't know. Like I said, I hate these types of games. So I haven't been paying attention at all to it. Like, I didn't even know this was happening until I got the email going, you got the key to Payday 3. And I was like, ah, crap. I know as much about this game as I do about CSGO. I haven't seen CSGO, like watched anything about CSGO since I was in high school. And anytime I've seen any gameplay on CSGO, it's one of those videos where they're talking about like some internet drama and the CSGO gameplay is just in the background. I hate these games. So the second I hear anything about Payday, I just swipe. I don't care. I genuinely don't care. This Payday to me is at the same level as Fortnite, as Call of Duty. Like, they're the trash heap of gaming. Bobby, how's it going? Welcome. Dontavis, I did. I really want to play it. I just haven't had a chance yet. Now that I read your message, I really want to play it. He was asking if I've seen Lies of P yet. Because Dontavis mentioned it to me and I didn't know what it was. It looks so good. I want to play that. No, I hate them. Absolutely hate them. I think they're the most boring, lazy type of content possible. For the devs, not the players. No PvP? Okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't care. Honestly, I genuinely don't care. I'm only doing this because I have to. I haven't played Sekiro. I haven't played that yet. 9 hours in Lies of P. Nice. I really, really want to play it. I just haven't. Like, I haven't downloaded it or anything. I've been playing Starfield, right? But I do want to play it. And I didn't know it was on Game Pass till yesterday. No. Like 3 or 4 days ago is when I saw it was on Game Pass. So I'm going to install it and I'm going to play it. I was even debating doing it on stream. But I haven't really been playing those kind of games. And I don't really want to play it on stream because then I don't concentrate. But I did hear that it was much more closer to the original Dark Souls style rather than Elden Ring. And I like that style better. So maybe I'll do it. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if I'll play it on stream, Resi. Spider-Man 2, I don't know if I'll play it on stream. I am going to play it on my own for sure. Because I loved Miles Morales and I loved the Spider-Man game. And I will admit freely that I cried like a baby at the end of Spider-Man. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. Maybe I could just not play it. No, I'm part of the Deep Silver Collective. They gave it to me, so I have to make content on it. I don't want to get kicked out of the collective. Although bashing Payday might get me kicked out. How dare you expect me to work? Why should I keep up my part of the contract? And for those who are wondering, yes, I was eating Pop-Tarts because I'm a total adult. But yeah, Kermit, I don't like multiplayer shooters. I've said it, I'm saying it again, and I'm probably going to say it again after this. I think games like Call of Duty, Fortnite, all those have single-handedly stunted creativity in video games. Because although it does take a lot of work to make these games, and I'm not diminishing that at all, it doesn't take a lot of work for them to make tons of money, and they don't have to continue working on them. The work that they do is pretty minimal if you really think about it. Like they update by adding a single map or like changing a weapon slightly, which in the bigger picture, it's not that much work to do that. And then they hype everybody up and they buy it. And then somebody like Call of Duty, something like Call of Duty just releases the same game over and over again. And a lot of companies are now trying to emulate the same thing. So to me, they're like single-handedly responsible for like the death of creativity in gaming. So I'm not a fan of it. But outside of that, I don't like online multiplayer games because one, I don't have enough time to play these games to get really, really good at them. Two, I'm old, so my reaction time isn't as good as like a 19-year-old kid. Three, it's usually infested with completely toxic pieces of trash, and I just don't want to expose myself to that. I do enough with my videos. I don't want to deal with it in my gaming time. And so since I'm not like a 16-year-old kid who lives with mommy and daddy and plays games all day long, they destroy me every time. And so I end up spending maybe 2 minutes in the game and then like 20 minutes in lobbies. And so like, I don't find the fun in sitting in a lobby for 80% of my gameplay session. Give me a single player thing where I'm in the game the whole time. So to me, it's just not a fun game to begin with, ignoring all the greed and capitalistic issues with it. Yeah, FIFA, NBA, and NFL before. Same game every year. They didn't even upgrade the graphics. They just updated the roster. Something they could objectively do with an update. They could just do that for free. But they know the fans are going to buy it anyway. So they just do that. And it's the same with Call of Duty. I did a video once where I, on purpose, I was talking about Call of Duty and I mentioned 3 separate Call of Duties. But for each one, I showed gameplay from a different Call of Duty. And I got yelled at a lot for being stupid and not realizing blah, blah, blah. Nobody pointed out that I was using the wrong Call of Duty in my example. Not a single one did. Proving my point that they're the exact same game over and over and over again. Because, yeah, there are tweaks. Obviously, there are changes and stuff. But to an outsider, they look exactly the same. Just the way that NFL and FIFA and NBA look exactly the same year after year. Call of Duty is exactly the same way. So, and it's not that you're not allowed to enjoy it or you shouldn't enjoy it or people are stupid for enjoying it. Of course not. It's more a reflection on how these greedy companies are playing you for a fool. And we should ask for better and we deserve better. All of us do. But they breed that whole mentality, and then they, as people, we don't like to admit that we were taken advantage of. And so we attack anybody who kind of points it out, which is what happens with like the Nintendo Switch and stuff, right? Spider-Man 2 is going to be amazing. Spider-Man 2 is going to be so good. I probably won't play Dave the Diver again, Michael Jackson. Probably not. But yeah, I think Spider-Man is going to be awesome. I'm so hyped for Venom. I am a giant Venom fan. I haven't read Spider-Man in years, so I don't know what actually has happened in the comics. Last time I read a Spider-Man comic, I was like 16. I'm 37 for those who don't know, so that was like 21 years ago. So I don't know what's happened in the Spider-Man universe. I know the basic overarching story. I don't know all the details. Like, I don't know where like Spider-Gwen is from. I don't know. I didn't even know about Miles Morales or any of that kind of stuff. That was beyond what I ever did. But I thought Venom was awesome. I was a big fan of the 90s Spider-Man show that had like the most kick-ass theme song ever. And yeah, I'm so hyped for Venom. And my favorite is to draw Venom, but then Spider-Man in the Venom suit was my favorite. Love Spider-Man in the Venom suit. I thought he looked so badass, so I'm so excited for all that. I think the new Spider-Man is going to be awesome. I'm so hyped. What's Stranded Deep? I haven't heard of that one. Sorry, multiple keyboards. It's hard to know which one to type into. I had this conversation with Preston though, Ginger. I love survival games. I'm a big fan of survival games now. I used to hate them. So I don't want you to think that I'm like gonna deny the past. Oh, this looks awesome. Oh, this looks so cool. It reminds me of The Raft. That's another game I really want to play, is The Raft. That looks awesome. Okay. Okay, is it on Game Pass? No way. I don't look a day over 45. You should have seen me this morning. I'll tell you this in a second. Let me finish my thought with Ginger though. It can be a tad bug. Most survival games are. Most survival games are really buggy because survival games suffer from the same thing as like big open world RPGs like Bethesda games suffer from, is it is a lot of coding which overwhelms the system, which makes bugs way more inherent. Like with something like a Bethesda game, I do hate the bugs and I don't find them endearing. But you can understand because the world is just so gigantic. It's obvious they're going to miss stuff. Like I took 1 semester of software engineering and my final exam was writing a cash register, and I failed the exam because I ended up like messing something really stupid up. Like I put a comma where there should have been an apostrophe like on page 2 out of like a 20-page code. But anyway, so I get it, right? Like I couldn't even get a cash register to work. Obviously a game's gonna be buggy, but it's the same with survival, where like the mechanics to get things to work and the respawn rate of the supplies and making sure that you're taking care of yourself, all that layers so deep that bugs are kind of expected. Because I haven't played a single survival game that doesn't have some kind of weird glitchiness that is a headache to deal with. But I was talking to Preston about this because he was saying that when he was watching The Forest, he's like, the ending was so good, but it was kind of boring at first. And this is, I guess, why, this is my guess as to why survival games don't do well on things like Twitch, because the fun in survival games is the accomplishment you feel of having like built something, of having collected everything you need to do the thing you're trying to do, of keeping yourself alive. You feel this like satisfaction of like, okay, I survived the night, but everybody else is just watching and they're like, okay, but you didn't do anything. Right, so it's hard as an outsider. So I did used to hate survival games because like there's no point to this. Like I'm just wandering around. But now that I get that satisfaction of like I built a little base. It's just a hut, but I built it. So it's not always the most conducive for entertainment value. But yeah, I love survival games. I've been on the fence about playing Green Hell and playing Subnautica, but both in VR. Because I love survival games, and it's so much more like immersive in VR, because survival is so immersive, but in VR it's so much more immersive. But now that you pointed this one out, I want to try something new, because I've beaten Subnautica and Green Hell. This is something new. Huh. Hello, Jessica, how are you? 10 different times from sharks? Exactly, there are many like it, but this one's mine. It's my hut. I have tried Valheim. I tried it when I wasn't really into survival games, and so I don't think I appreciated it enough. And then the last time I tried it, it was when I was on my like full VR kick. Like I had just beaten Subnautica in VR. I was playing a ton of Minecraft in VR, so I was like, let's do Valheim in VR. And it was really glitchy. I couldn't get it to work. Like it was running at less than 30 frames a second, and there were moments of it just like freezing, and then it would catch up, and so it was almost unplayable. I don't think it's that the game in VR is broken. I just haven't been able to figure out how to tweak it, so I deleted it and haven't gone back to it. You spent so many hours in Valheim. Yeah. 303 hours. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, Stranded Deep is on Game Pass. I'm gonna try it. I'll definitely try it. I'm not going to download it today. I'm just waiting. For anybody who's just joining in, I am downloading Payday 3 because I am part of the Deep Silver Collective, and I need to make sure that I play the games that they send me because I don't want to be a jerk and not play the games that they send me. Give me a sec here. I just want to, just while we're waiting, so you guys can see what I'm waiting for. Man, my voice is so bad. Listen to it. Listen to my voice. My voice sounds so deep, but not even like a nice deep, just a weird deep. What am I looking for? Is it video capture device? Yeah, video capture device. And it's PC, I think. Boom. Okay. So, just so you can see the download progress as we're waiting. Is it that way? There you go. You can see where it is. You can see how it's downloading. It's going to be close. It's going to be real close. We're almost done. Now I can't see it though, but that's okay. Oh, I could just I could hover my mouse over this, right? I should be able to. Where's my mouse? Wrong mouse. Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Hello, Tara. How are you? Yeah, Ginger, I want to... I know, I'll have all the TikTok... All the TikTok views. I should hold a piece of paper as I'm sleeping. Somehow I still hold on to the paper that says any alerts will wake me up. And then they'll send me money. Tara, how was supper last night? It's also off-brand on the phone. I don't know what you're talking about, Jessica. Are you talking about the raft? Is that what you mean? Don't send gifts or I'll end the live. Yeah, that's what I'll do. That'll get me so many views. I'll be so famous. I am way off center on TikTok, by the way. But yeah, when I was doing, because I was doing 7 Days to Die on the channel, and I was really enjoying it, but I was playing by myself. I was playing by myself because I wanted to learn it, first of all. But I would like to see about, like, playing with other people. You know, it's just hard because everybody's schedule is so weird, and I don't have a lot of friends, and the friends that I have, they're not really currently content creators, so it's not like I can be like, let's once a week for like the next couple of weeks, let's play this game together, which kind of sucks. But yeah, I definitely, I want to play survival games with other people. There are games that I want to do survival on my own, but there are games that I want to play with other people just for the shenanigans you can get into, you know what I mean? But cream of broccoli soup and spinach and bananas. Oh man. That sounds delicious though. I actually just saw a video of somebody making a potato and leek soup. And I don't actually know if I like leeks. I'm sure I've had them. I can't remember if I liked them or not, or if they were in as like an ingredient in a bigger dish. I don't know. But it looked amazing. And my favorite soup is cream of potato soup. I've mentioned this before, that I was in the hospital back when I was a teenager, and I was there for almost 3 months. And they would give us our meals, and every lunch we would have a sandwich with a soup, and they would swap out the soup and they would swap out the sandwich. So the soups were like a chicken noodle soup, a cream of potato soup, and I think it was the Italian wedding soup was the other one. And I don't like chicken noodle or Italian wedding. And so, and almost nobody liked the cream of potato. So I would like trade every single lunch. So I would always have cream of potato. I love cream of potato soup. Cream of broccoli I like as well. Like I like the cream soups. Love those. Isn't it, Tara? Isn't it? I was thinking about that last night when we were talking about everybody coming here. That he is so close, but so far. But yeah, next time you have your passport, come out here. I don't mind driving a few hours to go see you, man. 100%. I do like it creamy. Sometimes it gets on my chin. Gets a little messy. Oh, and I was going to talk about earlier when Short so graciously complimented me saying I don't look a day over 45. I'm just teasing. So, a behind the scenes embarrassing moment. You all know I wear a hair system. If you don't, I wear a hair system. If you don't know what a hair system is, it's a wig. I wear a wig. And I'm getting a new one because Lord Hair has this newer super ultra thin hair system, and I really want to try it just to see how cool it looks, because like this one looks great, but that one looks crazy. So I want to try it. So they're sending me one to try. About 11 days ago is when I emailed them and they said they were sending it. So it's still not here. And my hair maintenance day was supposed to be like last Saturday, not the one that just passed, but the one before that. So like we're talking what, 9-10 days ago. And I didn't do it because I was like, oh, they're gonna send me the hair system. I can hold off a week. It usually takes a week to get here. I'll hold off a week and not do my hair system care. And I was like, and I usually do it before it's ready to come off anyway, so I can wait another week. So I waited the whole week, and this Saturday just passed and it still wasn't here. And I was like, okay, let's do some really light maintenance. The back is still, like I pulled on it. I was like, the back is still holding on. I'm like, you know what? I'll just unstick the front. I'll clean up the front and then I'll re-glue it and then that'll hold it and we'll be good. Because the front is usually what comes off first for me. I was like, we'll do that and that's good. Yesterday I woke up And I took my head thing. I wear a bonnet to sleep. I took the bonnet off and I touched my hair to like flatten it so it wasn't all sticking up. And as I touched it, I could feel like a lump in the wig, and I was like, what the hell? And then I go over here, the wig had moved like 3 inches over and was like in the middle of my head. So I had like this giant bald spot and the wig was just like spiked up. And so like I went and I restuck it. And then I went and took my shower, and when I got out, same thing. It was just like open. I was like combing my hair, and as I'm like combing it, the whole thing's unsticking and coming off. I'm like, damn it. So I had to do the maintenance today. I had no choice. So now it's freshly stuck on, although the glue kind of went down a little bit further. So some of the little hairs are sticking near the edge. I gotta clean that up. A diagonal mohawk, exactly. Oh, Ginger, so sad. So sad, man. Right? Yeah, people like that's the thing is I was on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube and all that before I got the hair system. So for a lot of people, they know I have it because they've seen me for years without hair, and all of a sudden I got this thick head of hair. So it's obvious. But for people who don't know me, they're always surprised when I tell them I wear a wig because it's not obvious at all. And I try really, really hard to make it look as natural as possible. It's still not perfect. I still kind of work on it a little bit, but it's pretty good. It's better than a lot of the guys that I've seen out there. All right, see you later, Tara. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you being here. Game's almost done. It's getting close. Thank you, Dr. H. Thank you, Michael Jackson. Yeah, I'm type it makes sense. Stop autocorrecting. Oh, I know. Oh, I know, Shortcut. I know. It's so embarrassing for me when I make a new friend and I start messaging them and I misspell everything because stupid autocorrect. And iPhones have had an update with their latest iOS where they are using AI to autocorrect now. But the AI interferes with your typing. So there are times where I'm trying to erase a word and the AI kicks in and it won't let me erase the word. It just stays there with the half of the word of what they think I'm trying to say. So like, let's say I said shopping and I erase the GNIPP and all I have is SHO and then it'll just say shoot and it sticks at shoot and I can't erase it. It's so frustrating, but it's really bad AI because it gets it wrong all the time. And it's so embarrassing because there's one person that even though he teases the shit out of me, I respect a lot, and I'll message him and I'll send him a giant message. And every other word is misspoken and I sound like a complete moron and it drives me crazy. Oh, thank you, Ginger. Thank you. Nice, Jessica. I hope you can find somebody to do it well. I'm at the point now that I feel really weird when I don't have hair. Like, I knew that I needed to stream today. And my hair maintenance, from the moment I get up until the moment it's done, it's almost 2 hours. The maintenance itself is only about an hour long. But, you know, I get up, I shower, then I got to put the hair on, then I got to dry the hair and do my face routine and everything. So, like, I end up taking 2 hours to get ready. So I tried to get ahead of it last night. I came home from work, and as soon as work was done, I took the hair off, I washed the system, and I washed my scalp. So that way I wouldn't have any glue on my head or on the hair. And then I went to bed. When I woke up this morning, I touched my head and just feeling my head instead of like the soft hair, I was like, oh, that's so weird. And then I look at myself in the mirror and I was like, oh my God, that doesn't look like me. I feel like I look so weird. And then I went and I did all my maintenance. I was like, okay, I feel better now. But like, I'm used to seeing myself with hair now. Like, I don't feel like myself when I take it off. It's really weird. It's really weird. And like, I know what I looked like without hair. But when I think of my own self-image, I see myself with hair now. I don't ever imagine myself bald anymore, which is wild. And I've lost so much weight that I look like a different person. Like, hold on. These pants, when I bought them, they fit me like skinny jeans, and I stopped wearing them because obviously skinny jeans are not a thing anymore. But I stopped wearing them, but like, they're loose now. Like, they didn't do this before. They used to fit me like this. And now they're just loose. Even like the waist is loose. And that wasn't a case before. They used to fit me really, really tightly, and I stopped wearing them because they were just too tight and I didn't want to wear millennial skinny jeans. But I threw them on when my mom came over the one day because I was in the middle of doing laundry and I didn't have any of the pants that I like. And I was like, holy crap, they're loose. Like, they're really loose. It's nuts. Now turn over. Now turn around and bend over. You missed it yesterday, Ginger. I did VR. I had to go back there and fix my green screen. Then once it was fixed, I realized there was a cable on the floor that I was scared I was going to trip and hurt myself with. So I had to like detangle that for research purposes. But it's been a huge change physically. I didn't realize how much weight I had lost. I knew I had lost some weight, but I'm continuing to lose weight. Shut up, phone. I'm continuing to lose weight, and it's really strange for me. What? Stop it. When I look at my old videos and realize how big I had gotten. I hate that I can't, like, I wish TikTok had a bit more of an organization method where I could choose, like, view videos by date, or like, you know, or I could like search a specific window of time. Like I could be like, hey, show me videos from 2021 or something. But let me show you. I need to go quite a bit further back from before I started to lose the weight. One where it's kind of obvious. Is this one? Yeah, like you can kind of see it in this picture. And like, I feel like I look like a totally different person. Like that doesn't even look like it's me. I mean, my face looks the same, obviously, but like there was more of this, right? And that's me standing. Like when I stand, it's a lot less. I'm also like kind of looking down because the camera's a bit low, but like it's a pretty big difference. See you later, Jessica. What's that distraction? What's that obvious distraction? But yeah, it's like it's wild. My face is so much rounder, right? Look how round my face is there. And then compare it to this. Like I didn't realize that I had lost that much weight, or that it was that obvious, the weight that I had lost. I'm pretty proud of myself, and I think I'm still losing more because I've definitely stopped eating as much fast food. I'm not eating as often as I used to. I used to get bored a lot and ate way too much. Now I'm not doing that as much, so I'm probably still gonna get even thinner, but yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself. Ooh, did it finish? I think it finished. I think it finished. Where's my mouse? Come back here, mouse. Oh no, come back here, mouse. I can't see it. It's so little. There we go. Okay, it's done. I don't have a payday thumbnail for YouTube. Oh well. I used to look like a sexy circle. Now I'm a sexy pentagon. I like that. That's it. That's exactly it. And don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not doing it on purpose. I didn't try to lose weight. It wasn't like I stopped. Like I started to like starve myself to lose weight or anything. Nothing like that. The first step was the fact that I had a job where I sat around a lot, and now I have a job where I walk around a lot, so that helped. And then after I lost the initial weight from that, I was eating a lot of fast food because I was working in the middle of the night, and nothing is open in the middle of the night except for fast food places, and I couldn't bring my food because it gets cold after working for a few hours, so I would end up just eating out. And at home, my ex bought a lot of soda, so I drank an excessive amount of soda, and we ate out at least once a week at home as well. So there was just not very good meals happening. And now that I'm by myself, I'm eating way healthier meals. And like I bought a 24 pack of Pepsi when they moved out, which was over a month ago now. And I'm on the last like 6 Pepsis from a 24 pack in a month, where before she used to buy a 24 pack every other day. Mind you, I wasn't drinking most of it. It was mostly her, but I was still drinking a couple sodas a day at least. And now I might have one a day. So it's not like I did anything on purpose. I just made different choices and it's made a difference. So we'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes from here. All right. Music stop. Payday launch. Let's see if this gets started. Yeah, Dr. H. We're getting there, you know. Eating a cosmic brownie with a Dr. Pepper. That's okay, man. That's okay. I was eating chips last night with dip. It was really good, actually. Although it left me with really nasty onion breath afterwards. That was really gross. What do you mean I need Visual C++? What does that mean? Oh, am I not going to be able to play this? Okay, apparently a lot of people are having this issue where it keeps crashing. Okay, I guess I gotta download it. Is this from Microsoft? Yes, it is. And now you have to eat it all. You have to eat it all. Exactly. You have to eat all of it. Don't waste any of it. You're doing it for the goodness of your budget. That's why you have to eat and fill yourself up. And that's exactly what's happening to me. It's before I would cook a meal and nobody else in the house would eat. And then the food would kind of just sit there because I'd cook enough for everybody to eat. And Alana had this like thing where she needed to throw out food all the time. And we just threw out a bunch of food all the time. Whereas now that it's me, I feel super guilty throwing out food. So like I'll eat as much as I can before I throw it out. So that means I don't have to make as much food because it lasts me for days, which is awesome, except for my soup, which I'm still really upset about. For those who don't know, I made this giant cauldron of soup. There we go, I fixed it. A giant cauldron of soup. And, okay, OBS, come on. Pick up payday. Allow, I guess. And I tried to do, come on, why is it not picking up on here? Yeah, I'm accepting. Hold on, I just gotta make an account. But anyways, I made a soup, and okay, wait a sec. I gotta concentrate while I'm doing this. I can't multitask today. My brain is mush. And I added rice in it to kind of like make it a bit heartier, and the rice burned, and then the whole soup tasted like cigarettes, and it was so gross. So I was able to fix it a little bit by adding some sugar to it. Surprisingly, I didn't know that that was a thing, but it is. It was okay. It still didn't taste great, but I ate soup like 4 times in a row, and then I had to throw it out because it was gonna go bad, and I didn't want to freeze it and like thaw it on a rainy day because it just tasted like cigarette smoke. But I didn't want to throw it out because I put so many freaking veggies and stuff in it. Okay. Okay, user has been created. I should display in just a second. I don't know why it's not showing up though. I'll just pick the, oh wait, it's showing. There we go. Okay. It's not showing up because I didn't do that. There we go. Okay. Cool. But before that, where's the camera? Alright, before that, let me just log in real quick. What do you mean? Yeah, I'm trying to log in, you idiot. Payday's like, you need to log in. Then I go to log in. The account already exists. Please log in. I'm trying to log in. The account already exists. Please log in. What? I just want to log in. I'm already logged in. I'm so confused. Can't leave it in the hotel. Exactly. So you just got to eat it. I mean, you might leave it in the hotel if you poop it all out before you leave, but still. Yeah, the potato will help. Yeah. I always make the soup and it tastes so great. And then I forget the potatoes and I'll throw the potatoes in and all of a sudden the soup is so gross because all the potatoes absorbed all the salt. Okay. Play the tutorial since I don't know this game at all. I think we're good now. Okay, so I needed to quit the game for it to acknowledge that I had logged in. Now just, there we go. Okay, we're in.
This is the combat training area.
How are you, Night Owl?
Get into position when you're ready to get started.
All right, let's do this.
I've hired some people to act as cops. Try not to hurt them too much.
I can't promise anything on that.
Okay. Oh, I should probably change my stuff on my stream, shouldn't I? Turn that off. Turn that on. Give me a sec, I gotta update this. Give me a sec. Oh, Night Owl, since you were invested in what was happening yesterday, that super non-fragile, non-fanboy, they had left so many messages, so many comments, that when I blocked them, eventually, one of my videos went from like 28 comments to 4. It was 18 comments to 4. That's how many comments they had left in one video. But they weren't fragile at all. They weren't upset at all. They're not fanboys at all. In fact, they were a PC gamer. And they're only messaging so much because they like laughing and proving me wrong because I'm so fragile with like 3 videos and versus like the 14 comments on one video. Like just insane. Absolutely insane. And like my favorite thing, and I didn't like super make it clear in the video.
Come on, I ain't that rusty.
Not yet. The best part of all of it that I didn't make super clear in the video was his biggest gripe at the end. And the video that he took down, the one that he reported, I said it in that video. His biggest gripe with me was that I said he called me stupid, ignorant, and that and worthless because of my opinion, instead of having said, he said my opinion was stupid, worthless, and ignorant. Which, like, yeah, there's a distinction, but they're still both insults towards my own intelligence. So does it really make a big, like, does he sound less like a jerk if he said it about my opinion versus saying it about me? Not to mention in the video where I said he said it about me, the quote was on screen so you could see word for word what he said. So it's not even like I didn't show it on purpose. It was there. I just misquoted it. That was his biggest thing that he was crying about. Like, he cried the worst I've ever seen a Nintendo fanboy ever cry about something. It was ridiculous. Oh, I don't have Steam installed on this computer. I'll have to do it after TURTZA. I don't have Steam installed on this computer. Hold on. Checking on the other computer if I can log in. So bright, my eyes. My eyes. How do I... Wait. What? It's not even letting me... Yeah, it's not even... Like, I'm clicking the thing you sent, and it's opening it on the website, not on the app. And on the website, I have to log in there, too. But I have, like, the double authentication thing going as well. Free engagement, I guess. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it was nuts. It was... I couldn't believe that he was doing that. Over something so menial and pointless, really.
Snipers up ahead. Get into cover and aim down sight to get a clear shot.
How do I cover? How do I cover? Crouch. Left control. Why would you do left control? Keyboard. Crouch. Let me... Why can't I switch it to something I want? Hello? Is something else using C? I don't see anything else using C. Let me... It's not letting me... What is going on with this game? There we go. Shift is that, crouch is that, jump, I want this. Forward, back, yeah, interact, F, I don't really like F. Let's switch these. Shield, Q. Reload. Targeting weapon. Melee, let's do... Melee. Oh, it's already there, okay. Throw item, I don't think I have a G button. Let's do... that. Mask on. Place item, okay. Oh crap, I zoomed it in, sorry. It's from the VR, it's from the VR, I'm sorry. Thank you for pointing it out though. Fit the screen. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay. Ooh.
Sniper, smoked. Sniper's down.
The game looks pretty good though. It runs pretty decent too. Actually, I should probably check my settings to see what the graphics are set at.
The new shields are tough bastards. Throw a grenade.
Are you guys into these types of games? Like, is this something that you guys find interesting? I'm not gonna be doing it on a regular basis, but just out of curiosity for your own enjoyment, do you guys enjoy these? Oh, everything is maxed out. Nice. Cool. Yeah, the music is pretty good. You like these games? Yeah, I'm not a fan of these. Like, this is the part that I end up enjoying the most because it's because I'm by myself. As soon as it goes to online, I'm like, oh no. I'm sure a big part of it is I just suck at them.
To give them a taste of their own medicine.
Whoa! You know what? Graphically, it is kind of nice looking, though. I gotta say. Even my gloves are kind of shiny. Damn it. Yeah, it's 100% not my type of game. Where's your grenade belt? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, TURTZA, go for it. Yeah, I was trying to look at your account to see if there was a way to, like, add, like, to take the code and bring it over. And I was like, I don't see it. I don't know what to do. And it's telling me to do it on the app, so, or on the website. And I gotta log in. Give me a sec here. Haha. Okay. Still telling me to sign in. Yeah, and then I gotta open an account. I gotta open my old Hotmail account, and that's not logged into this, and I don't know the password because it's one of those ones that Apple filled in with like all the signals and stuff. It's gonna have to be another time, man. It's gonna have to be another time. Because my email confirmation is on an email that I don't normally use, but the account is protected with a password that Apple did, and it's one of those like really crazy ones with like @ symbols and all that. And the links all send me to the website and don't open the app.
And get yourself back to form. As a treat, I've left an overkill weapon in there. Pick it up and rush through the next door to do some real damage.
That's what I'm talking about.
Overkill weapon?
I'm having the big gun delivered to you now.
Okay, this is the last time I'm gonna check, and then I'm not gonna check anymore, okay, man? Because I don't normally play these games, and I really need to concentrate to figure out what the hell's going on. Okay, I found you this way. Okay, I sent it to you. That was way easier. I don't know why Steam makes it so complicated. That's just way easier.
They'll be there in about 30 seconds.
I so suck at these games. I so suck at these.
Oh, you want some more?
I added you, right? It worked? Nick Adams, hello, nice to see you.
Yeah, I know.
How are you today? Did anybody buy this game for early access, or like, are you planning to buy it eventually? Yeah, so this is the whole thing in the game. You're trying to break into the vault, and then you have to sit and do this. Let me in.
Set up a zip line. It's an easy way to move bags or yourself quickly.
Got it.
I did. Kadea's doing so much cool stuff. You know, the petty child in me is so jealous, but the friend in me is so happy for her. You know, it's the immature jealousy. It's not like serious jealousy in any way. Now what? Oh, throw. Cute. There we go. It's not any like serious jealousy, not at all. But it's so cool the things that she's been doing. She's been doing some like insanely cool stuff. I love it. I friggin' love it. I heard something. Give me a sec here. Give me a sec here. Still learning this. Or like the Starfield stuff that she's gotten. Or how friggin' Sony sent her a PlayStation. Like how wild. she's really done so much with her channel. It's astonishing to me how absolutely smart she is. Like it's not even a case of whoa, of like, you know, how lucky she's got. Nothing like that. Like, she's just so smart. She's such an intelligent business person. Okay, now what? Oh, okay. Oh, this was the weapon that I was supposed to pick up and I didn't. I walked into the next room. Yeah, that's the part I need to do too. And that's it, Night Owl. If she can do it, we can. It's just the business side of it. That's it. I say that to my friends all the time too. Like I send my buddy Preston, I'll send him videos of her and be like, look what she just did. And I'll be like, and when I met her, she was at like the same level that I'm at now. And like, look where she is now. She is so smart. Obviously not on Twitch. She's had success on Twitch for a while. I don't want to diminish anything she's done. But like, TikTok wise, she is insanely smart. And it drives me crazy that I can't think that way. I heard the beginning, but I don't know what it was. TURTZA. TURTZA, you didn't have to do that. Thank you, guys. Can we, for anybody who's there, can we get hashtag TURTZA in the chat? TURTZA just gifted me Sons of the Forest. Dude, thank you. I didn't expect that. I thought it was gonna be like, you were gonna send me some kind of like, I don't know, weapon or skin or something in this game. Dude, thank you. That's super kind of you. Super, super kind of you. Yeah, even when she was a smaller creator, she was 100% doing so much more.
This small bank has an unusually
Like, at my size, she was doing a hell of a lot more than I've ever done.
And steal everything inside.
Okay.
Let's get you back in the saddle. This is
Let
a
me
small
do-
branch bank, usually low traffic. But there's
Can
been
I
a
play by
mix-up in the
myself?
money transport schedule, meaning there's a lot more cash than usual in the vault. Decide how
Can
you
I-
want to do this. Beat the security gate and quietly gain access to the vault, or go in guns blazing and burn your way through the roof. It's your call. You've done this a million times before. But hey,
Can I play by myself?
there's
We'll
no
see.
rest for the wicked.
Fine, I'll get my coat. I did get a payday. I did. Yeah, her content is definitely along the same lines as mine, for sure. She's better at being professional than I am. I gotta work on that for sure. Although I couldn't resist yesterday. I just couldn't. I couldn't because, like, I had a few people calling me out for the Nintendo thing, but it didn't bother me because it was just like really typical fanboy answers that weren't a big deal. But like, that person was like directly insulting me, and I was like, no, I gotta humiliate this person. I gotta work on that. I've actually been considering doing something along those lines for moments like yesterday, but I didn't know how. But yeah, no, she's really smart, and our content is similar in like scope, so I know I can do stuff. I'm just really stupid when it comes to the business part of it all. Sure. Yeah, and her version of replying to trolls is really good. Because she sounds very... like, she puts them down and demeans them without actually putting them down and demeaning them. So she comes off winning and looks professional doing it. Whereas, like, I get down in the mud with them.
The bank's vault is brimming with cash.
TURTZA, honestly, that
waiting
means
to
a
be
lot.
transported out of there.
That means a lot, TURTZA, because,
More
yeah,
guards than
there's
usual
been a lot
patrolling
of
the building.
unexpected
Stay sharp.
expenses, which really sucks. It was not what I was expecting to do. But I appreciate that. I really, really do.
Yeah, I don't like the one I have. I think it's too big.
Oh, the awkward NPCs of all these video games. Okay. I don't remember how to put on the mask. Ah, masking up.
All right, let's roll. Fuck, fucking fuck.
Time to switch plans.
Was I supposed to not get caught right away?
Your way into the vault. I'm sending in the helicopter to do a drop.
I don't know what I'm doing, man.
It's a robbery. Pilot Bile here. I'm on approach. ETA 1 minute. Let me go! You're fucking done!
Oh, really? Don't be a hero. What is it that Michael says from Grand Theft Auto? People forget things every day. Make sure my face is one of them. How do I trade? How do I do that?
We know that you're in there. You're surrounded. Make no mistakes. We're in charge of the situation.
I don't... The tutorial really sucks. It didn't tell me how any of this works. It taught me to shoot a gun. As if every other first-person shooter isn't exactly the same. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no clue what I'm doing. Like, how do I trade a hostage? How do I get on the ceiling? What do I do? Oh, man. Is there... Okay, here we go.
Here comes the drop.
I've heard really good things, Night Owl, of Sons of the Forest, for sure.
I'll take a little tour around the neighborhood. Be right back. Have it.
Place the thermite above the vault. It's in the hallway.
Oh. Okay. At least it's telling me where to do things at.
Cops inbound. Stay on your toes.
Careful. Careful.
You've done this before, right? You can figure it out. Oh, there's also like 8 new mechanics that you've never done before, but if you can know how to shoot a gun, then you can figure out the rest of it.
The thermite burns faster if you add more bags to it. Just make sure you don't overdo it. Cops are sending in the sabotage squad.
How do I add more? Whoa. I don't even know how to add more bags. I'm so confused. Go behind, go behind. Oh, that's my guy.
What the fuck?
The water from the sprinklers is affecting the thermite. Turn them off. We don't have time for cooking.
Whoa. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. How do I turn off sprinklers? What? I'm so confused. I don't even know what you're referencing, TURTZA. That's the worst part. I don't know anything that you're referencing. Ah, right here. Okay. Whoa.
Get him the kill box. Go for the kill.
Ow, ow, ow. I'm so bad at these, guys. This is why I don't play these games. I'm just objectively bad at them. That's the thing. People are always like, you should try. No, man, I suck at them.
This looks interesting.
What's the funniest part for you?
Executive has a safe deposit box in this very bank.
We need to end this now.
If you pass an office,
Got
try
the
to
ammo bag
find
here.
which box is his.
Here comes the drop. All right, see ya. I'm taking off.
There's no easy way onto the roof, is there? Okay. Let me go. I don't want to be on this thing. Let go. Get out of here. Whoops.
Dropped an ammo
Whoops.
bag here.
Oh. What do I do here? Oh, it's E. Okay. Just ammo? Why is this fun to people? How is this game fun?
They're in 30 seconds.
I don't understand. You have a 1-to-1 vinyl record. Wow, nice. Okay.
Here we go.
Holy crap, come on, hurry up. Oh, there's the roof access. Uh-oh.
Thermite's almost through. Get ready.
Box them
Oh.
in and go for the kill.
Cops are bringing in sabotage specialists.
Holy motherfuck!
I have no idea what is going on anymore. I don't even know where I'm standing in this place. Yeah, no, I'm bored. I'm 100% bored. No, not even like kind of fun. I am so bored. Yeah, sorry everybody. I'm so not doing that. I'm so not doing that. One of the most boring games I've played. Holy crap. Yeah, no, I hated every second of that. That was so stupid. Yeah, no. Sorry, if you guys were excited about that, I apologize. I hated every second of that. Sorry, Deep Silver, that's all you're getting from me. Oh, yeah, not my jam at all. Like, the mechanics felt fine. You know, the shooting was actually really nice. It was, like, it felt clean. It didn't feel unfair. It felt like I was shooting where I was supposed to, and the physics were great. Graphics were pretty decent. The tutorial sucks. Like, that was one of the worst tutorials I've ever seen in one of these games, because it didn't tell me anything. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Like, there was no explanation about, like, do I walk in and just start the heist? Is it hidden? Like, you need to play the other... You need to at least have played the first Payday or whatever it's called to even know what the gameplay is like. Because I had no idea. No clue what I was doing. And having the alarm go off, and then like the trade hostages. How do I trade them? What do I do to trade a hostage? How do I do that? And like, do I get punished for trading? Like, I don't know. I have no idea. They really expect you to know what the hell's going on already. Not my type of game at all. Like, not even in the same universe as me. Yeah, no, not for me. Not for me in the slightest. The game was rad. I hated it. I hated every second of it. Holy crap. Like, I was like, okay, the shooting's pretty good. Maybe I'll enjoy that because the shooting's pretty good, and we'll see once I start like figuring it out. But no. And I think a big reason I hated it is it did not tell you what to do. I'm sure if you play other Paydays, you would know, and then that might have made it a more enjoyable experience for me. But because I don't know what the hell I'm doing, I'm 100. No, stop! Don't launch. I don't want to launch it. I don't want to launch it. Okay. Alt F4. Perfect. I'm trying to delete it, and I clicked it, and it went to... it started playing it instead of deleting it. Go to my library. Yeah, no, I hated that. I 100% hated that. Uninstall. Yes, I don't want to waste 46 gigs on that trash. Holy crap. Sons of the Forest 20 gigabytes. I've already been live for 2 hours. Even if it downloads it, because it went up to 40, but it was, what was it? I don't know. I'll try to install it, but I don't think I'm gonna have time to play it. Sons of the Forest install. Okay, it's installing, but we'll see. We'll also see if I can stream while it's installing, because Steam is a bandwidth hog. According to this, started at 3 hours, but it's down to half an hour now. So we'll see. If it doesn't half an hour, I could still play for like an hour and a half, so it might be okay. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's the worst on Steam when you're trying to download something. Everybody's internet just stops. All the internet just stops. It really sucks. You gotta like limit it, which they have an option for that, thankfully. Yeah, Preston, I think that game is intended to play with other people. So you can do the whole like make plans with people and stuff, but I don't even think I would enjoy it that way. Because once you rob the bank, like what is the incentive to play again outside of like maybe getting money to buy better equipment? But like it's the same thing every time. That to me, no interest. I tried the original Payday, and that's exactly why I stopped playing it. Because I was like, okay, I rob a bank, and now what? Like there was nothing else, so no. I gave it a chance because they sent it to me, and I was supposed to give it a chance, but no, absolutely not. Yeah, not a fan at all either. You know, and I can deal with some of it. Like I played Fortnite quite a bit, and I was like, okay, not like a crazy amount. I probably put like 10 hours into it, because I was playing with like my mods and stuff. And I was like, okay, I can kind of get it. I'm not good at these, so I don't enjoy it, but I get where the fun is. But Payday, like instantly, even through the tutorial, I was like, okay, you're teaching me the basic gun mechanics, fine. And then it was right into the mission, and I was like, is that all it is? Just like the gun mechanics? And then there's all this like trade hostages and do the alarms and the sabotage guys coming in. What the hell does any of that mean? What does any of that mean? You didn't teach me a thing about your game. You taught me how to shoot a gun. And if you've played anything since Doom, you know how to do that. So like, yeah, no. I don't understand why people are so hyped about it, honestly. Your friend's constantly trying to get you to play that. Yeah, I played a bit of the first Destiny, and I thought it was okay, but it really wore out its welcome fast. Like, I was like, okay, the story seems kind of interesting, and at the time, the graphics are pretty decent, cool. And then it just turned into, go to this place, do the same mission, rinse, repeat. And I was just like, where's the fun? Like, it felt like a whole giant tutorial, and then it didn't go anywhere from there. I've never understood why Destiny was so famous. The only thing I can say about Borderlands is at least there's a story there to be able to enjoy. But yeah, the looter shooter thing, I want to find a good weapon, and I want to be able to stick with my good weapon. I don't want to constantly be trading weapons for a new weapon because I found something better randomized. But this one is just like that plus more boring. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Wow. I really didn't think I was going to dislike it that much. Like as soon as it started, I was like, okay, I'm kind of bored already. And then as the mission was going and I didn't know what I was doing, I was like, I'm really bored. And I was like, no, I'm getting so negative. No, I'm going to quit. I don't even want to play this anymore. And now it's deleted. Sorry, Deep Silver, your game that you sent me sucks. I enjoyed the chant more than that, and the chant was an indie dev game that was looking like a PS2 game. And in my opinion, that was a far better game than this was. Holy crap. Wow. Yeah, everything behind... I got Destiny 2 right before they made it free. I got Destiny 2, and Alana and I played it. We put about 4 hours into it, and we didn't feel like we ever did anything. Like, at least in Payday 1 for a little while, it felt like you were progressing through a story, and then eventually you get to that really repetitive cycle. But, like, Destiny 2, it was, like, right into the repetitive cycle, and I'm just like, what? Where's the fun? She's like, I don't know. This is really boring. I was like, yeah, it kind of sucks. I'm downloading Sons of the Forest right now to see if we can get it to go. It says 15 minutes until it's done, so I'm just chatting until it downloads, then I'll start that up for a bit. It's probably gonna be a short stream. I really don't feel well, and my voice is completely shot and it's really raw. If it downloads in 15 minutes, I might play for like half an hour, but that's about it. I'm gonna make this a really short stream. I'm really feeling under the weather. And if I'm gonna eventually do the audition, which I still don't even know if I'm gonna do it, I need to not talk. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it though, because I'm feeling worse as the days progressed. I watched this great video yesterday, actually. I don't think I saved it. I don't think I saved it. Did I save it? I don't think I did. I might have. No, I didn't. Dang it. I thought I did. Steam is locking up my phone. I can't open anything. I can't even open TikTok because it's just like a blank screen because the internet's being gobbled up by Steam. It got lost in Holland? Holy crap. A month. Wow. I hate that. I hate when stuff like that happens. What did I get? Was it... It might have been the Rift S, maybe? Or was it something else? Something else I ordered. And it was coming in from Europe. And it wouldn't have been the Rift S then, because that came from BC. It's coming in from Europe, and Mississauga is right outside of Toronto. It's one of the like the greater region of Toronto. And that's where all of our mail goes to get sorted to go out to the rest of the province. And my item showed up in Mississauga after like 3 days of it shipping. So I was like, okay, Mississauga is when I was living in the other city, which was only like a half an hour drive from Mississauga. I'm like, okay, if it's Mississauga, like a day or two for it to sort, and then it'll be here. So maybe in like the next 3 days. It was in Mississauga for 4 weeks. 4 weeks at the sorting department. That is half an hour from my house. I was like, can I just like drive there and pick it up? Like, it was so dumb. Yeah, Preston, you're still feeling pretty bad. Yeah. I don't feel feverish or shaky or anything. I'm just feeling really dizzy. I'm feeling really irritable. That's what I was looking for in the video, but I didn't save it. I'm feeling really irritable, and I'm feeling my throat is just shot. But the video I was watching was about autism, and they were talking about how sometimes it's this younger woman. I think she's like 21 or something, who has autism. And she was explaining about how like there are moments that you will see somebody with autism completely melt down for something really stupid, in the sense of like it's not that big of a deal. And then she explains it this way, where like when you have autism, you wake up sometimes and you know that you're already at the brink, and then the whole day you're dealing with that, and then all it takes is one thing to just throw you over the edge. And that's how I woke up this morning. Her analogy, I guess, was imagine waking up and you can smell like there's rotting fruit in your house and you just can't find it. And you look around and you're just like, I don't know what the rotting fruit is. You're like, fine, whatever, I'm gonna go about with my day. And then you make plans to make yourself a really big breakfast, and then when you go to open the fridge, you realize that the milk is curdled. It has nothing to do with the fruit smell, but you've been dealing with rotten fruit all day and you didn't want to eat, but you finally found something you wanted. And then when you open the fridge, the milk that you need to make the pancakes is curdled, so now you can't make pancakes, and now you have a huge meltdown. Despite it's just milk. You can just go to the store and get more milk. But you were already at the tip of your cup, and that was what sent you over the edge. And that's how I woke up today. And so like payday put me there. I'm just like, no, I'm hating absolutely every second of this. It really sucks. That's why I don't want to stream too much longer, because I'm like on the verge of burnout meltdown level. Yeah, I'm like at the brink because I'm really not feeling well. Really not feeling well. take a paper. Yeah, it's not as it's not quirky. You know, you get these I see the women saying it. I don't know if men do the same thing, but you get these videos of these women that are like, well, I think guys with autism is cute. Like, they say they can't date, but I think they're cute. Like, they get so cute when they start telling me about something that they're so passionate about. It's like, yeah, it's cute when you go on one date with me and I've talked to you about like how excited I am about video games. It's not so cute 2 years in when I'm still talking about the same video games and talking about how excited I am about them, when I've been going on about it for the last 4 hours today. That's not that cute. That's not cute. You're gonna hate me for it. You know, it's not cute when I tell you that I'm working on my stream and I cannot be bothered because that is what I'm doing today. And I will be in a really bad mood if you walk me away from this because I need to figure out what's going on right now. That's not cute. That really sucks sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. Some days you can handle a whole lot. Some days it takes the simplest thing to throw you over the edge. And some days it's not even a negative thing and it still just throws you over the edge. That's kind of today with me with Payday. Like, it's not a big deal. I think the game sucks. I could have dealt with it if it was a better day. Today is not a good day. Today is not a good day. Yeah, exactly, Dr. H. I'm not much of a crier overall, so I've never had those kind of meltdowns, thankfully, because I'm sure those are even harder to deal with. But my meltdowns are more, I completely shut down and I get like super irritable. And then I get very aggressive. Not like yelling or screaming or like punching things or hitting things, but more like, okay, shut up, stop, seriously. When sometimes the person's just trying to be nice, but I'm just not there today. And that's where I am right now. I get banned to oblivion. No, you wouldn't get banned. I'll be honest with you. If I don't find enjoyment right away, don't think it's because don't think I don't appreciate it, but don't think it's because I actually don't like the game. Payday, I knew I wasn't gonna like. From the moment they announced it, I knew I wasn't gonna like that. But I'm already at my brink today. Like, I am at the limit today. And like, when I was stopping Payday, I was actually gonna stop the stream. Like, I was like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. But I don't want to stop streaming. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't have the energy to do anything, but I don't want to stop streaming because then I'm just gonna sit in my living room and do nothing. So I'm gonna play it for a little bit just so I have something to do for the next little bit. But if it seems like I'm not enjoying, it's not because I'm not enjoying. It's just I am on like meltdown territory right now. Like, I'm at the point that like I have stuff to cook, thank God. But if I would have had to go to get something to eat and they didn't have what I needed, that would have been it for me today. Even though that's not a big deal because I could just buy something else. I'm not already there, right? Or like yesterday, I talked about how I was going to get KFC and I didn't get KFC because I looked at the prices and it was like $50 for me to eat. And I was like, I'm not going to spend $50 on chicken. So I just had burnt soup. If that were to happen today, it would not have been a good day. It would not have been a good day. Yeah, KFC is stupidly expensive. I'm shocked how expensive it is. I don't understand why. It used to be like the cheapest stuff out there, and now it's so expensive. And for $50, I could just go to the supermarket and buy one of those pre-roasted chickens for $5 or $6. $6 or $7. And then I buy myself some potato wedges that are frozen for like $7 or $8. And then I just make gravy that costs 75 cents. And I'll have basically what KFC gives me without the crunchy spices on top. Yeah. I remember my parents used to spend like $30 for like the bucket, and I guess not everybody remembers this, but like they had the bread that was heated, and then like the 2 salads and the pop and the cake. The McCain's cake came with it, with the fries. Like, that was a pretty good meal for $30. And when I was looking last night, it was like $39.99 for 10 pieces of chicken, 1 salad, and 1 fry. $40 for that? And then you include the taxes and it gets pretty close to 50. I'm like, holy crap, no. For that price, no way, man. Yeah, That's another thing that I hate. They used to have the Toonie Tuesday. You'd get the 2 pieces of chicken with some fries and a drink for $2. Then they kept the name Toonie Tuesday, but they raised it to $2. And they continued to keep the name Toonie Tuesday, and it was $4. And I was like, whoa, how is this Toonie Tuesday at all? How is this Toonie Tuesday in any way? For those who don't know, in Canada, we have a $2 coin, and it's called a toonie. But yeah, it's slowly gone up in price. It's disappointing. It's so disappointing. But now, normally, I go in, I think it's a $5 sandwich that I get. It's the one that's like a pita with the chicken, and it comes with some popcorn chicken and some fries as well. Uh-oh. My TikTok froze. Oh, it unfroze. I think it's just my internet. So you get like the 2 sandwiches, or the 2 types of chicken and the fries, and with the drink. It says I usually get that, but like I wanted food that I could have so I didn't have to cook today. That was the whole thing. I wanted to have leftovers, but not for that price. No way. At $50, I could just order Chinese food, and I would have way more leftovers, and it would be way more delicious. Corn on the cob, really? So I don't remember corn on the cob, so I can't say that for sure we didn't do that, but I know we had like little like containers with corn in it. But even the bread, one of the guys, Ty, who lives like 20 minutes from me, he said he doesn't remember the bread, but I remember the bread because it was my favorite, because they used to warm the bread up. Now, I don't know if they steamed it or if it was just like in a warmer, but the bread would come out and it would be really, really moist, not soggy, just moist and soft. And it was really dense bread. So it wasn't like regular loaf bread where, like, you know, like, I don't know, do they have Wonder Bread in the UK? I don't know. Where it's like full of bubbles. The bubbles were so small that it was a much thicker bread. And because it was moist, it was really soft. So it felt like it just came out of the oven and you were eating it completely fresh. And it was the best. But at that time, they had different fries. Their fries were really soggy back then. And then the merger happened with Taco Bell, and now they sell the Taco Bell fries, and those fries are so much better. It was real bread. Like, it was like a loaf of bread, like sandwich bread, like that kind of bread. Wild. Now they do biscuits. Biscuits. I think. Do they do biscuits? I don't know. Maybe that's Popeyes. But yeah, no, it was like a proper loaf of bread, like what you would get for sandwiches. It was so weird, but I loved it. So Canada is one of the most expensive mobile pricing things in the world. I am with a small service provider. So Canada has Bell and Rogers, basically. They're like the biggest ones in all of Canada. And each one owns a bunch of small ones. So like we have other companies like Kudo, but Kudo is run by... Oh, and I can't remember what the other company's called. Kudo is run by that other company. I can't remember what it's called. So it's Bell, Rogers, and that other company, which I can't remember what they're called right now. Holy crap. Yeah, it's basically a scone. That's what we sell as biscuits. Oh, what are they called? It'll pop up on the ads, I'm sure. What? How are you not popping up? You're like everywhere. TELUS, that's the one. So we have TELUS, Bell, and Rogers. Those are like the big ones in our country. And so like Bell owns some other small company. Rogers owns Virgin, and TELUS owns Kudo. So like you can go with Kudo or you can go with TELUS, but they're both the same company. They just have different names for some reason. I'm with another company, which is one of the newer ones, but it's also a very small company. And so they charge better and they offer unlimited internet, but almost nobody in Canada offers proper unlimited internet. We're limited on what we can do. So like for me, I have unlimited internet, and I think I have 20 gigs per month at full 5G speed, and we're just getting 5G. Like, I have 5G where I live, and I have 5G where I work. As soon as I leave those two areas, it's back down to LTE. And so I get 20 gigs at that full speed. Then as soon as I reach 20 gigs, it goes down to 3G. So like insanely slow speeds, like almost useless at this point. So it's technically unlimited because I can still get on sites, but you're not going to be able to use it. Like, even just loading Google can take up to 2 minutes on that thing. So yeah, it's technically unlimited. I do pay $110 a month for it though, but I have unlimited text messaging and unlimited calling within Canada, so it's not too bad. But we do have very expensive plans, and that's with a smaller company. My coverage isn't good. There are a lot of areas where I have zero coverage, where like it will literally just say I have nothing, which really sucks, because when I used to work out in the community taking care of people, a lot of the people lived in farmland and none of them had signal, so I had no signal. If I got lost or if something happened, there was no way for me to get in contact with anybody, which really sucked. Yeah. You pay $12 for your phone data. You get about 250 or 25 gigs a month. Yeah, so I get 20 gigs. After that, it goes down to 3G. Unlimited text, phone, with like voicemail and stuff included. But yeah, I'm paying $110 a month. But I am also using an iPhone 13 Pro Max, and so 20 of those dollars go towards the phone. So it's $90 a month that I pay for that. And that is, like I said, with a really, really crappy company. But I'm with them because they're the best price for the most coverage. When I was looking at the bigger companies that would give me a much better signal and a much more stable 5G, because it says 5G on my phone, but when you use it, it's not 5G speeds. My brother and I both went live once from a location when we were both using LTE, and he's with one of the big companies and I was with this little one. And when you looked at our streams, mine wasn't even 240p and his was going out at like 720 roughly. But his is limited. He only gets a set amount and then that's it. Whereas like I can just keep using it. It'll give me a warning saying, hey, you're about to go over your data, but then it just slows it down and I can just keep using it. I've never gone over because I'm on Wi-Fi most of the time. But yeah, it's stupid expensive. Like $90 for not very good coverage. Used to be over $45, so about $75 Canadian. Yeah. See, and I got my phone on one of those plans where like they call it a tab, but I got it on like a return tab, so I have to give this phone back at the end of the year. And then if the phone's in good condition, then I owe nothing. So I've been paying monthly the $20 to rent it from now. Or I can buy out the phone at the end. I think they said it's like $400 to buy it out at the end, but it's also the Pro Max, so it's like a $1,500 phone, so it's not too bad. But if I were to go with like a phone that wasn't the Pro Max, if I would have gone with just the iPhone, I wouldn't have been paying anything monthly. The tab would have been free. But yeah, it's not cheap and the coverage sucks. That's the problem. If the coverage was good, then yeah, it would be a pretty good price, but the coverage sucks. And if I want to go with one of the bigger companies, the pricing is higher to get what I have and it's not unlimited. So it's like you win some, you lose some. Same with like the home internet. My upload speeds are 60 megabits up. It's done. My upload speeds are 60 megabits up or 60 down and 10 up, which is, compared to a lot of the world that is part of like the same industrial level that Canada is, it's like snail's pace low. And I am paying $98 a month for that speed, which I think is nuts for $98. And that's all I have. I don't have TV, I don't have phone, I got nothing. It's just the internet. And I would like to update to get faster speeds, because for the stream it would be really nice if I had enough speed to run 1080p streams at full bit rates for both, but I can't right now. But the pricing is way higher. Like if I wanted the fiber optic speeds, it would be, I think it was something like $170 a month or something like that. And I'm not gonna pay $170, not for the internet. In the last few years, yeah, they've just been starting to install them recently in my area. Anyway, the one guy was here the day that I was streaming, and he knocked offering it to me, but they're with a company that wrecked my credit, and because they wrecked my credit, my own thick-headedness refuses to go with them ever again. He was offering a really good deal, like a really good deal. It was going to be like $60 for the fiber optic speed, which was like triple what I'm getting now, for, you know, $30 less than what I'm paying now. And he's like, you could save that money and put it towards like something for your stream. And I was like, I can't. They wrecked my credit. It took me 10 years to fix my credit because of them. I'm not gonna do it again. But I'm really tempted. He's like, well, they're using our lines anyway, like the company I'm with. He's like, so you're giving them extra money. You could just be saving that money. I was like, I'll do it for the morality of it. You're not gonna be able to convince me. You can't. He was really cool about it. He almost had me convinced, but I can't. They wrecked my credit. I'm not going to take it, you know? Let me switch the Twitch info really, really quickly. Payday sucked, so let's play in the forest. Okay, so we're only going to do the beginning portion of this, just so I can have a bit of a feel for what's going on, and then I'm going to end the stream. Oh. I don't think I have the forest. Oh well. I'm also like, that was some companies too. Yeah, for me it was so basically I signed up with them, and the internet was really spotty. It kept disconnecting and kept dropping. It was not good service. So after about like 15-20 days being with them, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna cancel. When I signed up, it was on a promotion and it said you have 30 days to change your mind. And then she's like, well, you signed a contract for a year. I was like, I didn't sign anything. Show me a piece of paper that I signed saying I was gonna accept it for a year. And so she argued with me for a bit. She's like, okay, fine. She's like, but we have to send you a cancellation fee. And I was like, no, you're not sending me a cancellation fee. And she's like, fine, I won't. Then I got a bill in the mail saying that I had a cancellation fee. So I called them back, argued with them, got to management and everything. I'm like, no, we're going to erase it. We get what you're talking about. Yeah, we're going to cancel it. And then about a year and a half later, I get a phone call. Hello, this is Susan from something collections. I'm like, collections for what? They're like, well, on file here it shows that you owe Kojiko $250 for a cancellation fee that you never paid. It's like, we agreed I wasn't going to pay that. They told me they were going to waive it. And she's like, well, there's nothing you can do now. So I called Kojiko to complain to them. And they're like, sorry, now that it's in collections, it's done. They're like, we'll try to get a hold of them, but there's nothing we can do. And so I paid it back, but it was already hit on my credit. And it showed as delinquent payment and gone to collections. So my credit tanked. So because of that, I'm like, you know, it took me almost 10 years to fix my credit at that point. I can't give them my money because they didn't apologize. They didn't do anything to make up for it. So no. So gross. I was so mad. I was so mad. And the worst is they send their stupid door-to-door guys every couple of months to ask me if I want to sign up with them. And I feel so bad for the guy because he's just doing a job. But it's like, you're like spitting in my face coming into my door and asking me every single couple of months whether I want to do it or not. Okay, VSync off. Graphics. Let's go Ultra. DLSS. Yeah, we should be good. Yeah, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. So like, even though my lines are sent by them and it is their internet that I'm using, I'm giving my money to a different company. So So dumb. All right, so wow, it's the order is really weird. Normal, then peaceful, then hard survival. Let's just go normal. All right, let's see what we can do here. Let's see what we can do. But yeah, I definitely need faster internet because sometimes it really breaks my heart when I look at the bit rate that I'm sending out. I'm like, man, I could make my stream look even better. But right now, I'm not in a place to do that. If the stream starts to pick up and I start making money doing it, then I'll probably upgrade my internet. But for now, just gotta be patient. Just gotta be patient. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, that's the worst. Yeah, I ended up... So we started... What's going on here? Oh, there we go. We started off with problems with the internet. Hold on. After the video. This definitely looks so much better than the original. Oh, I'm excited too, TURTZA. I'm excited too. I even feel nostalgic seeing that damn mountain. This is the same island, right? Okay. Oh, but I mean, like, in the story, it's the same island, right? Oh, I'm in control. 31 weeks missing. Wow. Edward Puffton. What a last name, Puffton. It sounds like they'd be very rich and very snobby. Those kind of people that live in the States but for some reason have a slight British accent, even though they've been here since they settled back in the 1300s. Okay, yeah, don't say anything. Yeah, let's leave it like that. Fight demons. That would be so scary. Oh god, that would be so scary. If you've never been in a car accident, it is deceiving how hard impacts are, even at slow speeds. So I couldn't even imagine falling hundreds of feet a second. Holy crap. Oh god. Oh my god. I'm getting a lot of locking up. I'm hoping that... Whoa. Oh, I can imagine how much that hurts. This game doesn't have VR support though, right? There's a VR mod though, isn't there? Is there a VR mod? Ooh, lots of locking up happening. I might have to turn down some of the settings. Okay. Yeah, it's super smooth. It's just the videos. I think maybe my RAM's just not good enough. Loading the map. Okay. Okay, that's fine then. And you play all low medium? Okay. Okay, so it's just the loading of the shaders and all that stuff. Oh, creepy. Let me do the settings real quick. Yeah, so when we moved in here, that's what I was gonna say. When we moved in here, the internet kept like getting really weird. And so I think part of it was Steam, but it was also not giving a good signal in the back. Like, my house is divided really weird, and from like the kitchen and further back, there was almost no signal for the internet. So I bought a second router with the idea of it having better speeds, and that way I could plug my computer in for streaming and I wouldn't have that weird bogging down issue that I was having. And then I took the original router and I put that in the back room, and then I threw a 30-foot cable to that other router so that one kind of expands the signal, because exactly, it was so far away there was no signal on the other side of the house, and it really sucked. Now the problem that I run into is my phone will connect to the wrong router, so I'll be in like the other side of the house, but it's connected to the router here, and so my signal is constantly dropping. Or I'll be here and it'll be connected to the back router, and again the signal's dropping, so I gotta always kind of manually change it. But yeah, I tried using the wiring one, but it can be so hit and miss. Sometimes if it's like two connections that are lined up perfectly, then it goes at a pretty decent speed, but then if they're two different lines, it's got to go through the breaker box and then it slows it down. But even slowed down at 275, that's, I wish. Your up speed is faster than my down speed. I wish. Holy crap, man. Okay, controls. Controls. What time is it? 7. Okay. So we're going to crouch. Drop. Okay. Inventory. Jump. Lighter, I think was always that one. Reload there. Run. Yep. Take is E. Dismantle is C. But crouch is C. How about I do this for dismantle? Utility. Tracker. I guess walkie-talkie. Book. I think that was the big one. Z. E to save. S to skip. I think we're good. Oh. No, we don't want hotkeys to be 1, 2 because that's going to mess me up. So 7, 8, 9, 0. That one and that one. I guess 5 maybe? 6 maybe? Holy crap, there are so many hotkeys. So many hotkeys. I don't know what other hotkey to use. This one, I guess? Okay, that should be good enough. That should be good enough. Whoa. Do you guys get the delay in the audio too, or is it just my headphones that I'm hearing it, but you don't hear a delay? Because I get a delay in the audio. Follow me. Okay. I just stick it to him. I just stick it to him. I love it. I love it. Okay, no delay in the audio. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting like half a second of delay. It's like an obvious long delay for me. But I also have a really complicated audio setup, so that's why I wasn't sure if it was you guys or if it was everybody or if it was just me. Whoa. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Oh, wait. Oh, thank goodness that at least the the way things work look the same, like the health and stuff. My mouse is so sensitive. And for the delay with my audio, I'm not fixing it because I am getting another mixer for a review, and I don't want to fix it now just to go through the headache of figuring out the new mixer, because that'll be a nightmare to figure out, is how to get the new mixer to work with my complicated setup. I'm probably going to do a stream once I get it. Whoa. Okay. Once I get the new mixer, I'm probably going to do a whole stream where all I do is just set up. Open the emergency pack. Okay. Add items to the mat to combine them. Okay. Oh, that's the emergency pack. Oh. Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay, okay, I get it. Oh, find the Puffton family. Tell us where they are. Mr. Puffton, you grew up in New York. Why do you speak that way? What are you talking about? This is the Puffton accent. Oh. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so I gotta go to those exclamation points, and K is Calvin, I'm guessing, or Kelvin, or whatever his name is. Nice. Okay, let's get off this mountain, Kelvin. Come with me. Yeah, it's ridiculously big. Holy crap. I love it. Graphically, this is a huge improvement from the original, for sure. This is a really big improvement from the original. I never went to the snow area in the original, though. More loyal than any human ever. Yes. Dude, I really appreciate this, honestly. I'm sorry I'm not going to play it too long today, but I do really appreciate this. We'll probably... look at how he runs. Look at him run. He's so cute. Come get me. Come get me, Calvin. Come get me. It's like one of those little, like, 1-year-olds when they run after you. Is it really made in Unity? Wow. Most games that you see on Unity don't impress very much when they try to go for realism. Wow. That's wild. Learn construction? What do you mean by that? Oh, there's the backpack. Oh. Wow, even the construction mat is huge. Okay, I already got the axe up there. Wow, what is this? A zip line. Wow! This is going to be so much more complicated. Amazing. Oh, the book? Okay. The second edition. We had the first edition in the first game. A tent. We're going to take a stick and the tarp and another stick. Cool. Okay. How do I put that away? Okay, I get it. You can do hunting shelter. Wow, there's a lot of options in this. Oops. Yeah, I gotta switch to number 3, I think, is, or number 2 or something on mine. Oh, it's an electric lighter. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Okay. So this is what I like to see in sequels. It's very similar to the original game in the way that you play it, but it's just different enough that it feels almost like a brand new game, but not totally. Yeah, I definitely changed the book. Because I don't actually have access to the letter B on the little keyboard that I use. The lighting is really, really good in this. The lighting is really nice. Way nicer than the first one. The first one was good, but this is really good. Oh, okay, so just by pressing it, it goes into the hotkey. Okay. So give me that one for... Let's do 7 and 8. And what's this? The lighter? I already got that for the 1 button. Okay, there we go. I won't end up confused because it shows me my buttons for it. And I've set up the buttons to be very similar to the other forest. It'll be confusing when you tell me because you're going to have your own binding and I'm going to have my own binding. But like, I literally don't have, like, there's no letter B on this. There's no letters on this. So like, even if I use the original binding, it's all numbers. So none of the letters exist. And B on the keyboard doesn't reach. It would have been the next key after this. So like this number here, the next one would have been B, and I don't have that. So I don't have access to it at all. So I have to rebind no matter what, or else I'd be reaching over to the main keyboard the whole time. And that frustrates me. That's why even like the hotkeys, I have them set to 7, 8, and 9 because this has a bunch of numbers. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this too. So I don't use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because they're both the same. It makes it really confusing and really, really annoying. I would have to go into like the apps for each to set up different keys for those. But I never remember. I always forget to do it. I probably should. That way I could have 1, 2, 3, 4 on the mouse and keyboard and not have them be the same. Oh, you scared me, Kelvin. Oops, wrong button. I think this was the mouse. Nope. This one. There it is. After the few initial settings, okay. Yeah, I'll have to take more time with it. Like I said, today I'm not in a good place. I don't have the patience for it. So I'll spend more time. Right now I just want to kind of explore just to see what the world looks like. I'll probably have to fully restart the game again because I'm sure I'm going to learn stuff. I'll be like, oh, I'll go back and do that next time. Graphically, though, this is a huge improvement. This is a huge improvement. Wow. Yeah, it's way prettier. I mean, the other game was from 2013, I think. Or 15. Something. It was like almost a 10-year-old game. This one just came out this year. What was that noise? Weird, I have a weird echoey noise to the whole game. One of my settings is wrong for sure. Oh, he chops so much faster! It actually looks like the wood itself broke. Cool. Drop it. Drop it. Thank you. Not gonna build yet. I'm curious to see what that... Oops. What that thing is. Get back. What that exclamation point is. There's 4 different spawn locations? Okay, nice. Yeah, I usually, especially with survival games, I usually play the first time for like the first couple of days. Getting completely lost in any, like the first couple of days in-game. Getting completely lost and trying to learn the little differences in it. Things that'll make life a little bit easier, things that'll make life a little bit harder. Then the second time I restart, I at least know some of the more basic things so I can start off a little bit stronger. Then I usually play for quite a while, but I still haven't learned enough. So by the time I get to like the midpoint of the game, I'm way underpowered. I'm way underprepared. So then I usually start a third time. And then by that time, now I feel confident in going in and I'm not so scared. So I'm willing to do more and I can get further in the game. It's usually how it goes for me because the first couple of days I do this. I explore just to see what's going on and then I die. Because I don't realize how quickly I'm supposed to collect food or what kind of food I'm going to do or like how important like different types of shelters might be. So the first couple of days are definitely rough for me, but I'm okay with that. Today I just want to kind of look around and just enjoy because it's so much prettier. But like this is a huge improvement. I'm really excited. Yeah. Oh, you can actually chop the logs into smaller pieces. Nice, okay. Ooh, that squirrel. I hear it. Where are you? Maybe it's up there. Oh, whoa, there he is. Damn, dude. Climb up for him. Yeah, this looks really good. I would love to see this in VR. I wish more games supported VR naturally. Like, what's it called? Supported it. Not naturally. What word am I thinking of? Natively. I wish that more games supported VR natively because to me, survival games are some of the best. Survival and horror are two of the best experiences in VR, honestly. They allow for so much more immersion when you're in VR. So getting scared is way more serious in VR, and then trying to survive, like hearing the forest around you, looking and turning your head, and and with graphics like this, could you imagine this? I would love it. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm liking this so far. Can I, like, chop him down or something? What bad luck that his rope got caught. There it is. Alright, he's down. You sneaking with me, Calvin? Good, Calvin. See, I feel like this would be a really fun game to play with other people. Oh, okay. Ooh, I gotta turn off that blur, motion blur. Grass filter, parallax. Is there motion blur? There it is, motion blur. Off. Looks kind of gross. I don't mind film. That's better. Around the axe, the motion blur was horrible. Can I see what frame rate I'm on my screen? Well, my screen is refreshing at 144, but I don't think the game is running at 144. But it is really smooth. It's very pretty for sure. It's already almost nighttime. Oh! I'm scared now. I don't want to eat those berries. What if I get diarrhea? You don't ever want diarrhea when you're lost. I keep pushing that button instead of this one. There he is. Oh, cool. Dude, you had a lot of booze on you. Is that responsible as a soldier to have that much booze? I don't think it is. Okay. Wow, this is awesome. This is a great improvement. And X. Build a little tent. Calvin and I will cuddle. That's what we'll do. Okay, so now my question is, do I guess I build in here maybe? Itchy nose, itchy nose. So. Okay, so the building is different. The building is a bit different than it was in the other game. That's cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. Yes, save. I didn't have it, Ty. I was just talking about that earlier. I looked at the prices. They're expensive, so I was like, no. Whoa, bad idea to sleep then, because now it's dark, except for Calvin. Calvin is the light in my darkness. You're the light in my darkness, Calvin. Thank you so much. Wow. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna go any further, because, like I said, I'm not having the greatest of days today, and I'm already burnout session level. I know, right? But I didn't expect it to be that expensive. Like, I was like, I'm gonna spend like $30 or $40, and when like the base meal was $39.99, I was like, yeah, no, never mind. Because I didn't want to have just like one thing for me. I wanted to buy like a bucket to have leftovers, but at that price, no. So I had burnt soup yesterday. Today I'm probably gonna make some. I don't know what I'm gonna make. I don't feel like cooking. I don't feel good. How are you feeling, man? Are you feeling any better? So that's an example of free building. Okay. So that version of the book that I was holding with the tent, that's free building, and the other side is the old school style building. Okay, I was thinking of it in reverse. I get what you mean now. Okay. Yeah, see, I was thinking that side was the traditional way of building, and the other one was freestyle. I get it now. Okay. Thank you, man. I'm excited. That has a really nice start. It's definitely got way better graphics, and it seems like it's going to be way more complicated, but in a good way. Like, it'll give me more freedom, which I don't know how much I'll take advantage of it, because I'm not a huge like base builder or anything, but it is nice to know that that's there. That is nice. I like that. I'm liking that a lot. But I think I'm going to leave it there for tonight, everybody. I'm really not feeling good today. It's been kind of an off day to begin with, and I'm not feeling well, and obviously you can hear it in my throat. My voice is shot. I didn't really review it, because once I was done the stream, what did I do once I finished the stream? I did something, and then basically it was like off to work. Oh, I went to sleep because I wasn't feeling good. I took a bit of a nap, then I got up at like 1 in the morning. Then I put away my dishes. I had to take out the garbage and everything, and I had food that I had to throw out from the soup that I burnt. So I didn't look at any of it. I haven't spent any time. I'm really not feeling well today. The audition's tomorrow. I'm like 90% sure I'm gonna cancel it. I can't sing at all. I can barely talk. My throat is killing me right now. And you can hear how my voice is super raspy. There's just no way I can sing. I tried it last night. I practiced. I did like a big vocal warm-up, and then I tried singing the song, and I can't. It's not even like, oh, my voice is raspy and it just doesn't sound nice. Like, I can't hit the notes. I sound like a person who doesn't sing trying to sing. It wasn't good. I hope so too. I was feeling like I felt really under the weather, and then I was feeling great. And today I'm just like, I don't feel good. Like, I don't feel sick. I just don't feel good. But my throat is just, and tomorrow's the audition. And I'm just slowly getting worse because my voice is even raspier today than it was yesterday. And so there's a really good chance that tomorrow it's going to be completely shot. So I'm not even going to go embarrass myself. You know what I mean? Yeah, and it really sucks because there are no other auditions. Everybody's had their auditions already. So from now, for another 6 months, I won't have anything to do. So I'm dreading that because I was really, really hopeful to, you know, get back into it and just be doing something. But now I'm obviously not going to do anything, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is, you know? Getting sick is part of the year, I guess. Stormtrooper, how's it going? Welcome. How are you? Thank you so much for the ice cream cone. Or someone else singing it. That's what I did last night. That's why I did the vocal warm-up, because I was like, I need vocal rest, so I'm not going to sing. And then as my voice got worse throughout the night, I was like, you know what? I need to record myself now, because if I lose my voice by audition time, at least I have a recording of me singing. And it was too late. It was too late. And so there's nothing I can do. You know, I'm not going to cancel until tomorrow, because maybe by some miracle I'll wake up and my voice won't be a complete train wreck tomorrow, but I doubt it. I highly doubt it, because it's just getting worse. Like, it's so bad. And I'm not even trying to make it sound that way. Like, this is normally what I do when I do this voice, but I just sound this way naturally right now because my voice is just shot. It really sucks. Oh well, I'm a little disappointed, but more disappointed because, like, I don't really care. I wasn't interested in the show, and it's a community theater thing. It's not, you know, some big deal. It was just about getting out and doing something, and especially something that I like. But oh well, life had different plans, I guess, for today. Stormtrooper, I'm doing okay. I'm sick again, or like it was like a lull in being sick, and now it's kicking back in. So I'm heading out just because I don't feel well. I got to make some dinner. And then I'm just kind of relaxed because I'm really not feeling well. No worries, TURTZA. I got to get going too. No stream tomorrow. Hopefully a stream on Friday, unless I start getting even worse. And we'll probably continue with the forest. I don't know. I have to set up a schedule. I really have to figure out a schedule. I'm destined for something better. The thing is, I'm not in the reason I was excited for it, outside of like having something to do and kind of getting back into my passion, is community theater is safe to suck at. And right now I suck. And so it was a really nice way to kind of get myself back into it. And this community theater in particular, they try to treat it professional. They're not professional. They have a lot of really amateur performers in there, but like they try really hard to treat it professional. So I knew I was at least going to be able to have like good rehearsal practice, and because they rehearse a lot, and be able to sing like on a regular basis to kind of like jumpstart myself into it. Because the other places I've auditioned, they're a lot less strict. They're way more casual about it. So I knew that wasn't really going to get me going. I knew this company would, but if I can't sing and their first audition is a vocal audition, they're literally going to turn me away. There's nothing I can do. So, oh well. Anyways, I got to get myself out of here. You did, Stormtrooper, but that's okay. That's okay. So like I said, I won't be back tomorrow. I will hopefully be back Friday unless I'm really sick. Keep an eye out on TikTok. I'll post a video if I'm really not feeling well, but I'm really hoping I'll be fine. But I'm sick and I have to work, and that doesn't help you feel any better. So we'll see where life takes me. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go figure out what I'm gonna have to eat because I am starving. I hope everybody has a really good rest of their evening. Thank you for hanging out. Sorry that it was a really off stream today, but it is what it is, you know. Can't do much about it. I will see you all in a couple of days, okay? Have yourselves a great day. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.